think we are live now. My my brain has been melting listing a bunch of miniature bases. I've just been like organizing some, listing some, organizing some. Let's see how many of these ones I have. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool, it's up. And then we got so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess I can do 2 sets of 6 for these. These are gonna be like cavalry ones. Let's go ahead and do this. 2013. Okay. This is a... Is this 9? Oh, there was the... Where's the website I have? I have a website. Or it's like a little... Not a website. What do I want to say? Like an image graph that I like saved from someone. Shows all the different Warhammer base sizes. This is 90 by 52. Yeah, 90 by 52. So let's write that down. Okay, so let's go. Six, 2013. Let's see. Your last eBay, 3 eBay days were brutal too. Coldest streak you've had in years. Been listing strong stuff too. I guess the way it is sometimes. Yeah, I feel like it's Yeah, usually I like to try to see what I can do differently. I just think they're like breaking the coding in the app and just like the website, man. So many like errors and issues and a lot of stuff they're trying to do. They're trying to do like AI stuff. So they have a whole team doing that, but it hasn't really produced anything. They have all the live stuff where sometimes you're looking at like, let's just say I'm trying to look to buy something normal, a bunch of lives get thrown in. So like it's just, the interface is just like wonky. We had an error message for promotion eBay was trying to do for a couple days. Literally every time I logged in on my app, I do a lot of stuff on the phone. It was just like error, and I'm like, oh, what's the error? Wasn't even saying what it was. Yeah, I think they're oh, and then also like all the shipping prices change, so they kind of have to like do everything. I'm assuming they have to do something when the shipping prices change, so it's just like constant changes with the coding or whatever. Like, I'm not a tech person, but I can tell stuff's going on. You notice that when you try to comp the item, if you use the search filter, the eBay, oh yeah, the freezing. I've had so many freezing issues for just various things. I'm weird, I list exclusively on the phone app. But even on the desktop when I switched over, sometimes there's lots of stuff freezing. So I hope that when things get a little fixed that, there's a turnaround for sales. I have like 10 different saved sellers. Some I kind of know in real life, some I just know through the internet, or just I've observed their stores. And I know people that have like, some people are like everything sellers, and then some people are very niche, and then some people have like always have good sales. And I was looking at a lot of stores just to see how, like, I was going through their solds to see where they were at compared to me, and there was also like craziness with them. And it seemed like there was only one person that was resilient to the slow days, but even for them, they were getting slow days, but they were still getting like $1,000 plus days. But for them, they would normally get more than that. So it seemed like they were niche down onto like Warhammer stuff. They were doing pretty well selling painted Warhammer stuff, and Warhammer stuff's always pretty good, but that was like their main money maker. But yeah, we do like a lot of random tabletop gaming stuff, so we don't have like the juiciest stuff, but we were definitely niche down. I just went turbo mouth there. Normally people don't jump in right away, which is good. That's usually when I have the most energy. I'm just listing as is, and we'll see how the weekend is. At least I'm also recording the journey. I don't know if you're like a regular viewer of my like what sold, but at least like people can see me. I'm doing this full time, just to see like the daily, vlog of it. So this is the stuff I would be thinking about in my head anyways when I'm talking about the what solds. Why are people selling stuff? What's information about this item? I'm basically just sharing my thoughts on those videos. A couple weeks ago, I looked at some of my old videos. I'm like, oh, it's interesting to see the stuff that was like selling a couple years ago compared to now. Hey, Mindy. Cat's chilling out. Games Workshop. It's an oval base. No matter how long you do this, there's always that paranoia that the lows are the new standard. I finally like got over that. I guess that particular fear. It took a long time. I would say this year, even though our year so far for the up till where are we? What month are we in? August. We're still technically like 10% better than last year, but last year was our worst year, so it wasn't like, competing with much. But I don't know, something about this year, I just like, whatever, I'll just go list some more stuff. Like, if it fails, it fails. I'll go get a different job or something. Like, I do like doing this, and as long as I put my all into it, like, I can't be always freaking out. I'll still have, like, crash outs outside of the channel. Like, once in a while, like a mental just crash out. Sometimes in the last 10 minutes, sometimes an hour, sometimes a day. Usually when I'm having, like, a bad mental eBay day about thinking about it, I'll either list more stuff or I'll actually like record a random video. So just to like, instead of focusing on like stress, I just turn my stress into like a creative outlet or more work or whatever. Like, okay, cool, I listed 10 items on a weekend where I normally don't list stuff, so like I can't say I'm not trying because then that's like me day 6 of working. I'm still growing as a person, I'm still doing the grind. Yeah, like you see the videos when stuff's low. I was like, whatever. I like, at least I have more time to list and organize. I've just been melting my brain because I've been listing these miniature bases all week. So I'm just seeing these like black ovals and circles and squares. Just it's like a different problem. But when I get all this done and I'm getting close to it, it's cool. It's all up there. So if someone wants to get a bunch of miniature bases, I'll be there. Beats a regular job any day. Oh, I gotcha. There's also a lot of good regular jobs. I just like this particular one. So I don't want to like, poo-poo on people doing regular jobs and stuff too. I mean, it's kind of like we're doing like, we're like merchants, right? Which has just always existed since the beginning of time. Someone will trade animal pelts for sharp rock back in caveman days. We're just kind of trading with these little micro contracts technically, because like when you list an item, you have a little contract from eBay, and then when they buy the item, there's a little contract. And if there's issues, eBay's like the mediator of said contract. When you break it down, you can that's what it is. Very similar to other kind of regular jobs, depending on what the job is. There's billions of different types of jobs, so it's hard to compare it all. Like when I worked at a food place for 5 years, I actually did not dislike the job, but it was just like all the just all the corporate bloat and stuff, and just like the people that like make more money than you telling you what's wrong about your store, even though you spent like 3 years in there and they spend an hour in there and they're just like wrong about everything. That's like the annoying part. They just like complete disregard for like experience. If they actually like listened to me, I would probably be working for not as that much money at the time, and their company would be making so much more money just listening to basic people. And then you watch these like companies, they just start like crashing out of nowhere. It's like, yeah, because the people up top are just ignoring basic customer complaints or criticisms, or just like the employees that work there every day. Yeah, they don't know anything, I'm sure. No, that. Yet that he didn't have that big hate my job or boss story either. Yeah, mine aren't too crazy, but I definitely have some like annoying stuff that I still remember to this day. Just the freedom of working for yourself is really something to appreciate. Yeah, I think it's cool selling this stuff. I always did some sort of reselling. Like I used to resell before it was crazy. So we're talking, I was like, what, 8 or whatever, like selling Pokemon cards in the park to like other kids and stuff, and trading and selling. So it's always fun. My mom used to do Beanie Babies, and she was like flipping them like original eBay, and then she would go to like oh, what are they called? Like you go to the, I'm being real, I'm just, my brain's slipping right now, but you go to those little convention halls where like people rent out a hotel room, a wing, right? And then you go in there, there's tables and trades and stuff. She used to do that stuff. Plus, I like physical stuff. It's not fun selling like digital stuff. So I do like that. Like, technically, a lot of the stuff we're selling, no matter what you're selling, as long as it's physical, I think it's going to be like more valuable. As more things become digital, it just becomes, I don't know, people just want some physical stuff that they get to own. Got 6 of these. Double check that I'm doing this correctly. The bag, I have to, oh, you have to do that. Got these. These ones probably aren't too much. They are like the biker ones, so they're probably worth a little bit more. I'm sorry. Lots of neighbor noise. But that was so nice out there. I have to close the window. The people at the post office want me to work there. I'm like, no, I have a hard restriction for how much money I need if I'm going to be dropping this. And they laugh at my offer. I'm like, it's not funny. I'm valuable. I was trying to help out my postman because when they wanted me to like work there, I was like, you guys should be getting paid double, no joke, man. When I walk in with a bag of stuff, and I'm not even like that big of a eBay, like, yeah, we do a living for this, but like I know way more people that are way bigger than us, and I bring in a bag, and I'm like, I probably just paid both your guys like salary in a week and one drop off for like a medium day, like. I'm fighting for you guys. I think more people than ever like the idea of actually owning stuff now in a physical way. More and more digital purchases are getting wiped away. Yeah, it's sad, man. It is really sad. Them getting rid of like the Xbox and PlayStation physical discs. I don't know why it like hurts my heart. Like something like I don't even buy that many. I don't have a PlayStation, or at least the most recent one, and we have a huge like console collection. We have a lot of consoles and a lot of physical games, and it's like, oh, we can't even continue collecting the Xbox ones? No, it's sad. But I do think, I mean, no one can predict the future, but I do think there might be a, maybe if enough, I don't know, pressure, either from lack of sales for them. They could always go back. They have the infrastructure and the connections to make physical discs for people for like at least the video games. They can do it. So hopefully enough complaints, I don't know, is heard, but that's all you can hope for. I think it's kind of crazy that you can kind of get like DVDs and CDs and stuff like relatively cheap. We got a bunch of VHS for free. It was like 1,000 of them. Someone was like moving and they just didn't want this stuff, so they're like, they did like a Facebook post, and another happened to catch it at the right way, where it's like, this is trash tomorrow, or come and take it. I was like, oh man, we can like, people will actually want those, and like them going to trash is just a shame. I was like, and we can make a little bit of money. Yeah, like VHS isn't super crazy, but we've done pretty well with VHS. We probably made like $500 at this point selling VHS, like janky ones, like $6, $5, $7. A lot of people are happy. They probably watched them, or they went into someone's collection rather than the trash. Yeah. Yeah, there's always going to be like a weird rubber band effect for when something gets like taken away that people want. It has like an elastic demand. So like they're like, okay, no more physical games. Xbox said it. I think it was Xbox first, then PlayStation. So then, the rubber band goes one way where they're like, you can't have this thing anymore. And other people who like physical stuff are like, wait a second, and like rubber bands back. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I can't predict the future. I honestly keep thinking like I'm gonna go through like price charting where they like, or like basically a website that shows all of the video games that exist and which ones are holes in our collection, because I don't want to miss out on grabbing them before they're like people realize that they'll be worth more or something, or more people will be like, wait a second, I kind of want some of these physical games. So I have to see what holes we have in our collection. Our like main collection is Super Nintendo stuff, so I have to make sure, even if it's slightly expensive, it could get more expensive, and I want to make sure that we have access to playing it. We will. Where's my Sharpie? Sorry, there it is. Yeah, we will like once every year or 2 years, we'll play like a whole week of like Super Nintendo games and stuff, and Ed and I. It's like a lot of fun. Okay, got that one listed. Oh, I think the Grand Theft Auto 6 not being physical. I don't even like Grand Theft Auto games, but them not doing a physical one. Or with the disc, I think they're doing like box only. I haven't kept up on all of the news or drama or spoilers. Just a little bit, like, sometimes people will talk about it for a couple minutes. I've been focused on trying to, work on eBay. But like, I was like, no physical for that? Really? Not that one? It just seems like a silly decision. I have 6 more of these oval bases that I'm going to be working on. I also have no idea, like, what... Like, I'm one person, and yeah, I can look at stuff on the internet, but I have no idea what, like, the grander, population thinks about this and stuff. So, like, yeah, I'm in a specific age range, so maybe my generation's different. Maybe it's just me personally with nostalgic stuff, and I can't really put my finger on the pulse for everyone. It's Pizza Rat Collects. What's up? Did you change your name? I thought you were Pizza Rat Resell. Or am I going crazy? You had a really good week? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I saw some people are resilient with certain categories. I have a bunch of sellers that I've saved that do various stuff. I was just talking about that a moment ago. We're just doing bad, but I just think it's eBay's like coding and stuff is just like broken. So normally you go to like eBay Reddit and like people will be complaining about basic stuff, oh, I got broken item, or should I do a negative feedback, or is this seller bad, is this buyer bad, just like the classic complaints that would be happening no matter what. But now people were having like, I have this bug, I have that bug, I have this bug, and it was just like, it's the most chaotic I saw the subreddit ever. Oh, you have 2 channels, you're subbed to me on both. Thank you, appreciate it. Do you know what's sad? I think when I stop recording this, it actually gets rid of like the chat, so I can't like go check out other people's channel. I don't know how to work that. I'm like tech illiterate where I can't figure out how to do that. I think right now I can only like, if I click on someone's name, it basically says like ban or report or something. There's no like clicking on it when I'm in the middle of streaming. Yeah, collectibles are always pretty decent. And there's a lot of categories I'm just not aware of. Cards are like super explosive right now. Have been for a couple of years. eBay's been up and down. Yeah, it's been pretty chaotic this year. We're still technically slightly up compared to last year, but there's still, what are we on, August? So like 4 more months. So I have no idea where it's going to land. Because we just had 3 bad days and our thing was, we were up 15% compared to last year, and 3 bad days is like, oh, now we're only like 10.2%. So it can take a couple bad days or a couple really good days for that number to change. You took a lot of stale inventory to a flea market and did really well. Yeah, a lot of people say I should do it like antique market, flea market. I just don't have the time. Like basically when I say here and I'm streaming, I'm listing, that's literally what I'm doing Monday through Friday. I'll go pretty late sometimes just constantly listing. I don't know if I want to change that yet. I'm not like super stubborn, but everything's working so far as is. So I like to do small changes. I couldn't even imagine like planning all the other stuff. You stop dual listing on Mercari. See, Aneta does all the cross listing, so we've gotten a lot of extra sales and other stuff, specifically when she put more time into it. So that's been successful a lot for us. But she has access to all the things. So what I'm talking about in the what sold video, I'm like, I don't know. I know what my eBay price was because it delisted on eBay. But it's definitely a good extra chunk of change. Where are my baggies? Why did I come here unprepared? I'm also a weirdo. I don't like, I guess like, I don't know how to say it. Like, I don't believe in the concept of like stuff that's old doesn't sell or something. It's just old for me because I list at a certain point. But there might be like a handful of items where I'm like, I guess the space part would bother me more. I don't know, man. Because like, I sit there and I think about, okay, if I just get rid of my 5,000 old listings, just, knock out something. If I think about that as a concept, like the next day I have all these items that sell, and when I think about it deeply, I'm like, oh, these are like 3-4 year old listings. So if I get rid of them, my day would have been bad. So it's hard to figure out, to find like a perfect thing. My only problem with like the storage at the storage unit is like, I did that thing where when you set up something, just in general, it doesn't have to be with storage, where I did it improperly the first time. And then once you kind of get like settled with something, it is just such a mental block to like refix it. So there was a couple times where our cars were full with too much stuff, and then I kind of put them in the walkway, and they're still there to this day. I look at it and I just go like, I don't want to do that today. It's not even that big of a deal. I just literally don't want to do it today, but I'm constantly saying that. I was like, maybe it'll bother me enough one day where I will want to do it. But yeah. Just some stuff like in the walkway. And it's kind of sad because like I'm really hamstringing myself because both of my storage units has one section where I can't enter, which is really bad, honestly, because it just makes like moving around the storage unit harder, way harder than it should be. So I've been really trying to get the motivation this year to just get it done. But I think when I think about it, it's going to probably take like 2 or 3 months. And then some of that inventory is not like the best. It's not the worst, but it's like, I talk myself out of it, right? Like right now I'm like, nah, I don't want to do it. You find that flea market inventory and eBay inventory are different. We sold a bunch of $5 and $10 items. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because shipping's really expensive, so you can sell a bunch of cheap stuff at a flea market for like $5-10 compared to an eBay. I would not have the time, man. I feel like our eBay is technically, even though we're not like super crazy right now, it's kind of like its own. It kind of has control over me right now. I don't like it, but like I have to do all of the motions, and I just can't find the energy to add another thing. I would have to cut the YouTube channel. That would be the thing. I'm not going to. I refuse. I think that would be. Yeah, I would have to cut something. I would have to cut eBay or the YouTube channel, or I would have to cut like the small free time that I have, and I'm not going to do that because that includes time with Aneta, so I'm not going to cut that out. So it kind of is the only like creative extra time I have is the YouTube stuff, and so I don't want to. I'm committed. I've been doing it for a while now. I don't really want to like crash out and burn. I gotta have some like chill out time. I gotta live. Been reading a bunch too and playing some games. What do I have? There's 5 of these ones. Is there a 6th one? Give me a second. You've heard I've been reading a bit in my free time. That's awesome. I've been doing the same. Yeah, I hadn't read in like 20 years, and I was like, felt like I was just getting dumber by the day, just staring at screens, including like eBay, unfortunately, staring at screens and stuff. I was like, I need to do something just like not screen wise, and it was a struggle at first. Like I felt really dumb, man, trying to read. I'm a really slow reader, and I still am now, but now I actually like look forward to it. I'm like, oh, I can't wait until I get to like chill out for an hour and just like read something. And I explored a couple of different books, and then I found out that I actually like, right now I'm liking epic fantasy, so I have a bunch of stuff lined up. Um, yeah, it was like a weird path I took because we watched, it was a Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which is like Game of Thrones stuff, and I had watched the Game of Thrones series. My brother always read it and told me to read it. And then I was like, reading something I already watched, but I already know what's going to happen. So I tried, when Game of Thrones season was airing, the first few seasons. This is a bit ago. And then we watched Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and then I realized it was based off of a book series. I'm like, I'm not going to wait for like 2-3 more years. I get disinterested in TV shows if I have to wait too long. I was like, oh, there's a book. I look up at my library, they have it. And then I went and got it, and I read the whole thing. I'm like, oh, cool, now I know what's going to come up. And I read the book part first. I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then that led to more. Since that was in the Game of Thrones universe, I then went to, I think it was House of Dragons. It was actually their history book, which I actually really liked. That was it's the biggest book I've read. It was technically very like dense and dry, but I actually liked it. I'm like, okay, I guess I like this. And then I was like, you know what, time to read the Game of Thrones series. Yeah. So that's kind of like the weird path. It started with the Night of the Seven Kingdoms TV show. And I honestly, it's been great. Anytime I don't know a word, I just look it up. I feel like I'm reawakening my brain. What games have we been playing? Recently, not too much, but Divinity. Annette and I haven't played anything, but we were playing a lot of games when we had a little bit more free time, like a few months ago. We were playing one called Enshrouded. Really cool game, kind of like it's like they were trying to make an MMO, but like not exactly an MMO. You're not paying a subscription and stuff. They wanted like a big world with lots of like things from crafting and fighting, and then they have like building mechanics. So we played that for a while. Then we stopped because we knew that they were going to do a new update, and they're releasing the actual game. It's like a pre-release of a game. That's in October, so we're probably going to set a time for us to play that. We were playing that. We played this game called Necess for a couple weeks. Also like a little, like kind of like a core keeper game. We only played that one for a couple weeks. We still have it, and they've been updating it. We played the Grounded 1 and Grounded 2, but then Grounded 2, when it came out, it had a lot of bugs, and like we were there in the first week, and we were just like super frustrated. We waited a month to go back to play more, but then the game was still kind of buggy. And then we're like, okay, we're just going to wait until all this. They didn't release all the campaign and story, so now it's like, I just want to wait for them to release it. So we have that in the queue. And then I've been playing Divinity Original Sin for the first time. The first one, it was like a remastered edition, so that was a lot of fun. So I'm playing part 2, but that game takes a while. So yeah, there's like other games and stuff like I have in the queue, but reading, unfortunately with the video game and the reading thing is the reading takes a lot of time because I'm a slow reader, so that's been taking up my time, and I've been having fun with it, so I've just been sticking with it, and the video game playing has gone to the wayside for now. There's no rush. I'm playing like single player games. I'm not playing these like competitive games where you have to like upkeep with the meta and stuff. You're a slow reader as well and you really enjoy it, check out the Malazan series. It's an intense read, but I think it would be up your alley. Oh, I have such like a long list of books. Everyone's always giving me recommendations, and you'll have to remind me like in the far future, because like I have a lot in the queue and I don't get that much time to read. It's mostly like an hour before sleep which helps me go to sleep because no screen time an hour before you go to sleep. And I used to get sleepy reading, so it like doubles up, and it's been helping me because I've been having trouble going to sleep. For whatever reason, I don't know, just nothing specific. I'm not like super stressed or anything. I just have trouble going to sleep. So that helps me. But I get like a chapter or 2 or something. And then sometimes I can squeeze in more. It's basically whenever the eBay stuff is done and I'm done hanging out with Annette and we're done and then we're just like zoning out at the last, minutes or hours of the day. Grounded is fun. Grounded's super good. Part 2, I have to see it like fully fleshed out when they're done. I think they've been doing some updates since we last played, but It's a pretty cool concept. I don't even care about like we're playing like teenagers or whatever. That part's kind of like whatever, cringe to me. But the actual like the aesthetics, the theme, it's fun. There's even some like challenge to it, some stuff. There's just like a lot for everyone in that one. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the movie, but in the video game. So it's a good one. Super fun with 2-player co-op too. Super fun. Yeah. See the Malazan series. Let me just do a quick search right here. Let's put him. Yeah, I have a lot of. I have like a list Malazan book or novel series. A big dark fantasy series. Oh, Steven Erikson. Okay. Oh, there's a lot. Yeah, I see. Oh boy, I'm on the wiki page 28 and then some more. Right now, I'm gonna finish the game. Like, I'm gonna go to the library tomorrow because I'm gonna finish the epilogue, and then I like reading all of the back of the Game of Thrones books. It'll talk about it's like the family tree lines. I like to read it. I just go through it. If it's if my mind's melting, like when they go and talk about the phrase, there's too many. There's too many of these like Frey people. I'm like, okay, I'll zone out and I'll read it quickly, but then I like to finish it all, and then I'm gonna get the 4th book checked out, and then the 5th book, and then I want to finally read the Lord of the Rings series. I haven't read that, so I'm gonna do that, and then I have behind me in the videos I have the Dragon Age paper books, because that kind of got me more into like fantasy. I played Dragon Age Origins for the first time a couple years ago, and normally with some of those games I'll just like kind of go through the quests and kind of ignore the story and stuff, and I'll focus on the mechanics. This one I was like, I'm gonna read every book, everything in this game, all the flavor text, and see. I want to give it like a good try, my first dive into Origins, and that got me really into it. So there's that paper book series, and then we'll see from there, but that's going to take me a while, because I've been reading the Game of Thrones series since, it's been like 6 months since I've been like back into reading, and I'm a slow reader, so like, and then I don't know how our time's going to be with just like stuff coming up. We have a lot of stuff coming up these like next 4 months, like because the holidays in there as well, so it's going to be hard to get extra free time to do like me stuff. Becca and you are going to a toy show tomorrow to hunt for inventory. That's cool. Yeah, we're not like our toys category's been doing really well. Yeah, we don't know too much about toys. Are you talking about like action figures? You know what you guys should look out for? You should look out for Heroscape figures. Those we'll find those at like a toy whatever, like flea markets when there's toy sellers. There you go. That's what I was looking for. And then they always think it's like junky toys, because they do look like junky toys, like the quality, like the base. Look for not current Heroscape, like old Heroscape stuff. You guys might be able to find this stuff. And that stuff, some of it flips for a lot. Even like the basic core set where they have a bunch of them, they'll still sell. You watched Game of Thrones TV show but never tackled the books? Yeah, I was like that too. Well, the books are definitely like they were pretty accurate to the books, which is why the show went off the rails for people when they ran out of book, because he still has 2 more books to write. But they're pretty accurate. But I like the books because you get their internal thoughts, which they didn't always portray in the shows, or maybe I missed it. So like there's a lot of stuff I was like, oh, I thought that character thought this about this person, but they thought he'll like write their thoughts in the middle of like them talking stuff. I was like, oh, I didn't know that they thought about that person that way, or they liked them or didn't like them, or they were indifferent. So yeah, it definitely added the value to it. Sorry, I'm super thirsty with the water. First time checking out your channel. Oh, your live stream just popped up on your feed. Yeah, they always push me when I go live just for listing random stuff. I do. I've been doing it for a while. We do have a large eBay inventory. Our inventory, where have we gotten our stuff? Man, we've been everywhere. I know it feels like a cop-out answer, but recently auctions, personal buys, so just people I've known throughout my life, You can go to. We did a bunch of estate sales and yard sales early on. Facebook Marketplace earlier this year. And then I was just scrolling through, and then there was someone that was throwing away a bunch of stuff. They were like free or it's garbage. It was like we got a bunch of VHS and books, so like sometimes it's free stuff. Stuff people are throwing away. We have 2 storage units, so sometimes there's people with storage units nearby, and I think there's only like one other reseller in a storage unit, maybe 2, and there's hundreds of storage units. So sometimes people are just getting rid of stuff they don't want it. Donations. Oh, what else? What else? Yeah, auctions are fun. Oh, we've grabbed stuff from flea markets a couple times, antique malls, and then I used to find a bunch of stuff. So basically everywhere we have. It's not as bad as it looks. There's not that much. A lot of that stuff is just it's just not organized well right now on the table. So yeah, just kind of everywhere. In-person and online auctions is a pretty good one. We have not flipped a storage unit yet, so we want to, but we know, we are aware it's not a TV show, and it's a like the stuff you see in TVs, and it's a lot of work, and you got to have ways to like throw away like big stuff or donate. Like you have to grind that. So we do want to get one at some point. But yeah, we'll keep looking at like online for trying to do a storage unit. Make an interesting video. We're low on space. I guess that is eventually everyone's problem. So we're always trying to find a way to like do this same money income with less space. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to do it while also doing the grind. You found some Hero Escape stuff years ago at a yard sale. Yeah, it's good. A lot of his stuff is pretty good. Finding inventory is the easy, fun parts. So, I actually hate shopping for the stuff. It's like pulling teeth for me, which is weird because a lot of people like the shopping and then they don't like the listing. I prefer to just list. Like my ideal would be, here's like the ideal, basically like some Amazon stuff where if I can just have like a box here and then I list, take pictures. I love taking pictures and then put it in the box and like a robot arm moves it and then I just work on another box. I could get like hundreds of things done if I could figure out a way to do that, but I'm not a robot and I don't have robots, nor do I care about them. I'm just saying like that's how much I like it, where I can just, that's my favorite part right now. What I like about this and what I don't like has changed, sometimes monthly. The background looks overwhelming. Where are all the people who scold you and tell me to clean it up? Or tell you to clean it up? I don't know. I don't know. Well, that bag is like our clothes stuff that people gave us. So like I could just move the bag. Those 2 clear bags actually have all the listed clothes that Aneta did. And a lot of those board games, a lot of that is, some of it's just packing material that we had out there that we're going to use for packing, like the foam right here, more packing materials. That box is actually just the box we're going to use when we sell like a thing that fits. And there's a lot of whatever, like stuffing for packaging. And all these other board games were just like actual board games in the storage unit that were in my pathway. I just kind of have to go through it. Speaking of Hero Escape, there's like an empty, I don't think you can see it, there's an empty box. I know the chat's in the way. It's like someone will buy it. I don't know. I just have to. I'm going to be doing that really soon. I was like, that needs, because once all of that's gone, and then I can move some of the bags. There's a table underneath there, and then right here, everything that's being upheld by all of this pile of mess right here is a huge box of. We have names for all of our bags and boxes, so we know when Aneta says like, get this. We don't have to like talk about what that is. So we call them like the diaper bags, where they're these small poly mailers, and she got a bunch really cheap a long time ago. That's how you get the package. So like half of that stack is underneath, is being hidden right now. It's just the box of that stuff because there's no room in our shipping closet. So, and then personal board games. There's Kingdom Death expansion. It's a huge one. You can see how huge it is. It's like 12. It's like 20 by 12 by 10. I don't know how big it looks for you guys. And then underneath those 3 is all of this board game called the Dark Quarter that we were playing. So I kept it there because we were actively playing it. And I can find some space here. I just have to do it. And then this is just the post office near me. They give me free, or not free. I asked them if they ever have anything that they're going to throw that has like post office branding, if I could just have it, because I collect like post office curios. because they gave me some stuff at one point. They had some cool like '90s stuff, and I'm like, oh, let me know if you guys ever throw out any stuff. So I actually like the post office, and I like our post office specifically. We're really lucky with. So that's that, and then the rest in the background is just like board games. That's the mess. That's the story. That down there. That's the rest of the CDs. We got a full car full once at one point, and I'm like, oh, I listed so many CDs. So I wait until like 100 or 200 CDs sell, then I work on them, and then that's just a random thing that we can sell. One of those tubs. Not a fun thing for me to list. It's raining a lot outside. We've been having the threat of a storm. I hope it doesn't blow out my stream. That's really annoying. You did a storage unit once. It wasn't for you. You don't like touching used mattresses. I'm aware that it's going to be a thing. Because, like, we had a couple of people, we were at the storage unit, so I see when people are, like, moving theirs out or in, and, like, all the rat droppings and everything. Like, I'm aware of all of the nastiness to it, and I have gloves for that stuff, but yeah. The mattress would be a rough one. I'm not going to lie. That's a rough one. That's like that's a nasty one. I can imagine. I'm aware it's a lot of work. Anetta's always looking for a bunch. So I want, because that was someone else asked. I don't know if they're still here, but we used to get stuff from other people that flip storage units, and they get the stuff that they want, and then they'll have like warehouses, and they'll sell the stuff that they don't care about, and then we care about a lot of stuff that these people don't care about, because they'll get like cars or like a certain collectible, but they don't care about like the paper ephemera and catalogs and stuff that we do sell. They just literally don't care about that stuff. They don't care if it's money. They're like, that's not their thing. Not everyone can sell everything all the time. With time's everyone's factor, so they stick on their little niches, and then we hit them up, and then they sell us like piles of this stuff. And yeah, a lot of it can be dirty and dusty. I'm not a fan too, but it's just part of doing it right now. Becca bought a portable van for our collection at the last toy show we went to. Portal van. I thought you said she just bought like a van. Like, honey, look what I bought. It's just a van. I was really misreading that one. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, a postal van. There you go. I didn't even read the next update. Postal van. Yeah, that's cool. I'm assuming a little toy, not like an actual like old postal vehicle. You had some bad weather yesterday. A Category 2 tornado came through, but your Honda handled it like a charm. Well, I'm glad you guys are safe. Yeah. We're in a weird spot in Illinois where we haven't been hit hard yet. Like my parents are in a different part of Illinois, and they had like power outages for like, I think it was like 4 or 5 days. And it's funny because my parents they're like older, so they're boomers, but they've been really into being on their phone. So my mom, she's like, I didn't know what to do for like 3 days. I'm like, well, Mom, you could like play a board game, you can take a walk, because they're like near some nice parks and stuff. She's like, oh, I didn't think of that. I'm like, man, what a role reversal here, where I was like, oh, you could read, you guys have books. I was like, you could do all these like other things. I didn't think about that, Ross. Yeah. The role reversal. It was really funny. We've like swapped on some stuff too, because I remember specifically when I was a kid, I used to go shopping with my mom all the time. Place, like Target, Walmart, other stuff that doesn't exist anymore. But there was one time where whenever she would get mischarged at these like any of these stores, she would go back, and they used to have like show your receipt and you get your money back. And there was one time they rung up something wrong by a penny, and I was so pissed because I just wanted to go home. But she went there to get the penny, and then the customer service employee was annoyed at my mom, so then she made it drawn out. So it was like 2 hours just to get a manager there to check to give my mom a penny, and I was so annoyed. But I've gone back for stuff these days now, man. Paying me extra, charging me extra for groceries, and getting like some nasty food. No, I've gone back. So I every time I go back for like $1 or a couple bucks, I tell my mom, like, you know what, you got that one. I understand the penny story now. She doesn't fully remember it now, which is sad. She's like, I didn't go back for a penny. I was like, yeah, you went back for, sometimes it was $10, 15, 20. I get it. It wasn't always a penny. I just remember the penny one because as a kid, I was pissed off. I wanted to go home and, it wasn't worth it in my head at the time. I was like 10 or 12 or something. No, I'm proud you went back for that penny. Plus, they should have just given it to her. They really drew that. I remember they drew that one out. All right, I got a 2021 base here. Let me get started with this one. I'm glad you guys are safe, man. It's seeing the our neighbors got hit. I haven't had time to look up the new stuff for it, but so we're next to Indiana. I know that they had some like crazy floods, and there's some like a couple of towns that haven't had power for like weeks. So like, I've been doing all the eBay stuff for the past few days, so I haven't been able to just watch a quick news coverage of it. And they're our neighbors, so yeah, it's kind of crazy, scary too. Let's see this, 90 by 120. You don't remember if I remember this item I sold, but you bought the... Oh, you were the one that bought the X-Men TCG. Was it the starter box with the comic? You guys have been enjoying it? I remember you got the Goosebump book. It was the Choose Your Own Adventure Crocodile one, I think. I don't remember. I think it was the Crocodile one. Because you guys collect Goosebumps. So yeah, I remember the random stuff. But I didn't remember the count. Because I kind of like, when I'm pulling items in the morning and stuff, I don't really, I don't know, my eyes have been getting worse or something. Maybe I need some reading glasses. So I'm just like looking at item, SKU. And then it will say like repeat buyer, but I'm pulling from my phone. And from the phone, it doesn't say what other stuff that previous stuff have been purchased. But on the desktop, it does. And we don't really do the stuff in the desktop. So yeah. So you guys have been enjoying it. It was part of her B-Days. So you had to get on the alt account. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Which starter set was it? Because I thought I sold a couple of... remember I sold like a stack of cards. I don't know if it was an open starter box. Or the one with the comic book. Was the comic book in good condition? Because like the package was like bent, which is why I got it cheap. But I just figured they did like weird packaging. Because they were like... You get some cards, some starter decks, and then you get like a comic, and it was just like a weird thing that they did. Yeah, that was a bit ago, man. That was when I had, this whole room was different. I had the computer way over there. It was sealed with the comic, okay. The comic was mint? Yeah, that's great. I guess it was just like I thought it might be okay because it was just like a weird box shapes, and then it was just probably like indented in the box, but the comic was probably still there. So there you go. I'm glad. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's sometimes people they'll say like in the feedback, they'll be like, oh, I appreciate the channel. I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't even know. Thank you. But also, that's weird you got that one because we had, I think, 3 or 4, and then they happened to like sell a bunch in a row. So unless if you got them all, it like randomly got popular for like a week. I think I'm out. I think I don't have any more of the X-Men stuff, and I had it for a long time. Speaking of old inventory, I think I had that for like 5 years. And I think I started with like 6 or 7 of them, so I sold a couple quickly, but then I think that was when the shipping started increasing, so I didn't really change my price. So technically, as time was going on, like my price of it was increasing, even though I was going to get less. Because it was just like a pound or two that I had to go by, and like it was like 13 inches one way or whatever, so... Oh, she's a big X-Men fan. Yeah, that's probably like the last Marvel stuff I like. I was into all the Marvel stuff during Marvel and DC. Actually, what got me into it was I always watched a couple of the movies. I watched the X-Men cartoons in the 90s, and mostly that's the Batman ones and the Spider-Man ones. And then I really got into it in 2008. I don't even know how I got into the HeroClix. Someone just like randomly I think I went into a comic book store. And then comic book stores always have I think there was just someone there who liked the game a lot. I was talking to me. He's like, oh, you should come on like Sundays. And then I went and I realized it was kind of like a cheap game you can play. It's really cool. And then I would always get X-Men. But then there was one time the person got mad. He's like, can you make like a team not with just X-Men? I was like, yeah, that's fine. So I always bought the expensive X-Men figures. They were always like fun HeroClix too. The X-Men had like cool powers. But yeah, for a while I've been kind of out of Marvel and DC for a bit. It's hard to be into a lot of stuff all at once. You played HeroClix for a bit because the guys that played Magic the Gathering played with it. See, that was weird. I didn't have many people around here that had that crossover. They were like, I knew like one person. I was another person that had that crossover, but when I was playing HeroClix, I was just playing HeroClix. It was like 4 years I played. That game's kind of crazy too because you can get a lot of like the old booster pack. It's like one of those weird collectibles where the older the stuff is, like the cheaper it is, but like Magic, the older the stuff is. Well, Magic's weird specifically right now because a lot of the new stuff's really expensive with the collector boxes, Lord of the Rings, Hobbit stuff. But for a long time, the older you get for Magic, the reserve list, Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, that stuff was like more expensive. But HeroClix, sometimes I'm just sitting there thinking if I should just buy some HeroClix bricks. I looked at some of the stuff that I liked. I think it was like Web of Spider-Man was like the first HeroClix pack I got. Those were cool, and I think like a brick's not even that expensive, like relative, to other hobbies and stuff. They have like a Lord of the Rings like campaign series and like a couple of those sets. Those are relatively cheap. I was like, oh, I should get some. I had collected the whole series at that point, the Lord of the Rings HeroClix at the time when they came out. I got them all, including the chase figures. I had like a sold map. Someone bought a map a couple hours ago, HeroClix map. Let's see, this was 90 by... Oh yeah, 90 by 120. I already wrote that. Let me look it up. How many do I put these 3 together? Sure, I'll just put them together. You don't have time for Paper Magic anymore, but you messed around with Arena. Yeah, it's unless you're playing casual. I mean, once you know the rules for Magic, it's not too hard to catch up, but yeah, it is a lot of time. Magic's one of those, it's like, what's the phrase I'm looking for? It's like one of those, like, hobbies where when you're into it, you kind of want to, like, focus all your time and energy into it, so there's not much time for other stuff, which is kind of why I like board games. You can pick up a board game, even a campaign one, and then once you're done, you can kind of like move to a different board game. You kind of get a little different taste of rules and different worlds and stuff. Magic, you really got to like get into it. That's why I stopped playing a bunch of the Kingdom Death stuff. Monster, which is a different board game, it's like a lifestyle hobby board game where you got it can consume a lot of your time because there's that much stuff to do within it, which is good if you like that. But if you don't have the extra time, it's just you feel like you can't get as much enjoyment out of it. Like Arena is pretty quick, so you can just log in, play some Arena games, and that get your feeling, which is good for that. See, I don't even know if they I don't even know where Arena stands right now. I think my brother plays it occasionally. 2021 Games Workshop. Oval bases, 120 millimeters times 90 millimeters. I got the manic energy today. Got me talking about a lot of stuff. All the jelly beans bouncing around. You like board games, but you have no friends besides Becca? No, I gotcha. I would say like 95% of the board games I played it's either been solo or with Annetta, so nothing wrong with that. I keep wanting to like... No, I already am doing too many things, but I thought of like a cool business idea, but I'm already doing the eBay, the YouTube. It's just too much. That's why I like the eBay right now. eBay is probably one of my longest standing things I've done. And then the YouTube at some point will be. So I need to progress something to like the full extent. 10 plus years, forever, we'll see. We're lucky that like eBay's doing good this year. The shipping prices have been like our biggest threat, the constant increases and stuff, because like we can't do anything about that other than like get better items for cheaper and try to sell them to maintain that. I'm currently working on getting a Cool Dead card game collection, and I'm not gonna what's the phrase? I'm not gonna count the eggs before they hatch or whatever. because I've always, like built up different deals with people, and then it doesn't happen until it happens. I'll believe it when it's in my hands and I exchange the cash. So I had like a huge HeroClix collection. Speaking of that fell through, and I was like, oh, they just like ghosted me out of nowhere. I was like, oh man, I was so close. This is gonna be a cool one too. I'm doing awesome on YouTube. You're the only reseller I watch. I'm glad, man, because I listen and talk to myself all the time, so I think I'm boring to myself. But I know I was having like a crash out yesterday with Annette. I was just like brainstorming a bunch of ideas. I was like, Annette, I just need you to be a wall right now because like I need to do a different format. eBay seems, I feel restricted in like what eBay is. There's not too much you can do with eBay, but I like eBay and I like the unique stuff, like the niches we sell. And a lot of people, like you're aware of this stuff, I can tell, but there are a lot of people who, there's like someone I run into people at the post office, obviously other resellers, and there was this lady, she's like, I thought I knew everything about all the stuff out in the world, but I watched some of your videos and you're talking like Japanese to me. I have no idea what any of the stuff you sold is and stuff. I'm like, oh cool, that's kind of like the purpose, like welcome to our nerd world. It's great. She was like fascinated, like absolutely fascinated at the stuff. She's like, I thought I knew everything. And then she has categories where I'm like, I couldn't do that. She does like jewelry. She does like a paper ephemera, so we kind of have that thing where but she's like more focused on it. She likes postcards, but I don't know anything about postcards. Trying to think. Oh, she does a lot of ceramics. Like we've sold ceramics, but she knows which ones are like the ones that sell for like $100 and stuff plus. So I'm selling like cherished teddies and other small things, $5 to $20, which is still good for us. But yeah, have you dabbed at it at all with Vinted? Yeah, Netta started cross listing it on a lot of stuff. So some of those extra sales stuff are Vinted. Yeah, I like the eBay stuff. I don't like that they're trying to like convert to like super live stuff. So I feel like the what do you want to call them? The corporate eBay people are split between three things right now. So they have a bunch of people that they have for AI stuff, and they're trying stuff with AI, and then they have the live selling stuff. Actually, they have four things. And then they bought TCG players, so they have cards, and then they have like their classic eBay buy it now and auctions. And it seems like they're kind of like, that's why I feel like we're getting some slow eBay days. It's just, it feels like all the internal, like even the screen changes daily for like, sometimes there's a bunch of live stuff. Sometimes I log on and there's just like someone's live as the thing. And other times it's just a bunch of sellers that are recommended to me. It's like they're all like kind of cannibalizing each other, and I don't like it. Whatever, do an eBay live. No, I don't know. Well, not now, but not never. But like, I don't know. I don't think I have the energy. It would be like another new, different job I would have to be like devoted to. It would like cannibalize my like buy it now and everything we're doing, even with the channel. It would just be like a whole new. It would feel like almost like a whole new job. You don't think it works well for what I sell? Yes, I think I can get past the, I don't think it would work well for what I sell too, because technically the biggest, I think, live stuff would be cards. And I don't really have the best access to that for cheap, or cheap enough, so. Plus a lot of people, like, I'd be like jumping in late, so I'd be like jumping into a fierce competition with cards. Stuff is like Pokemon and Magic. I have the knowledge base and stuff to do, but I also don't enjoy it as much. We collect Pokemon cards. Annetta has a collection that she's had for a while, so like I don't want to turn every one of our hobbies into like some work form, you know? But that's just excuses. I mean, I feel like we could do it, but I don't know how successful it would be. But like I want to literally just focus on the eBay and then the channel. And it's mostly just the eBay. The channel is like secondary. I've been putting more effort into it with like images and stuff. Because when I'm waiting for Annetta to pack up the stuff and so I can go drop it off, I'll just be doing the editing. Mostly just the images. I don't edit too much. I always try to make it like as natural as possible. As much, you know, just like I hit record and then it knows when I'm hitting record and then I go at it. because I'm normally not good with speaking on the fly. So, but I'm like, the only way to get better at something is to practice it. So like, I need to do a reaction video to my first eBay video because it's so cringe. I look at it, I'm like, oh, I'm like this like dainty little flower Ross. It's like, oh, hey guys, eBay is it's a lot of work, and you gotta pack stuff, and you gotta get shipping supplies. It's crazy to see yourself 2 years ago. It's crazy. Also, oh yeah, eBay did buy out Depop. Depop's been good, but Aneta would know more about that. Oh yeah, Aneta, yeah, she's here in the chat. I'm not selling mine. She's talking about the Pokemon because it's like delayed. We have the stuff cross-listed. Yeah, Pizza Rat was I remember his name, but I don't know if it's appropriate. But Pizza Rat, he said that he stopped cross-listing on Mercari, I think, as much, and then he's been doing more flea market stuff. They've been sourcing and buying, and flea market, it's good. Like, we should do more flea market stuff. We were trying to plan something, and then I can check out a GoPro from the library, and then go with my parents or something, because they always want to go. Man, my parents would be good at this stuff too. I know that's a super random side conversation, but we did yard sale shopping with them a couple months ago, and it was weird because I thought my dad would like it more because he's really good at talking to just anyone, and I thought my mom wouldn't like it. But then they flopped where my dad didn't like how you have to like, my dad I think watched too much of like the he thinks there's gonna be like a home run everywhere where you really gotta like dig and you really gotta know your stuff. So I think he got bored, and he didn't like the go in your car, go drive to another one. He didn't like that. So I also thought maybe he would like the flea market, and we've done well there too. No, I know your name's Ian. I just didn't know if it's appropriate. What's the appropriate thing? I don't want to just start calling out people by their name. Yeah. No, I remembered you and Becca. I didn't know the rules. There was one time I was talking to someone on here a couple months ago, and I happened to know what country that they let it slip where their country was, and I mentioned it later on, and then they didn't say anything. I was like, okay, that wasn't appropriate, like, my bad, In Lancaster, we get a lot of tourism because of the Amish, so the flea markets were very busy. Oh, that's interesting. There's probably some interesting stuff. I don't even know what's at our like flea markets right now. I'm assuming it's probably like infiltrated by Pokemon stuff, fake and real stuff. Excuse me. But like, we don't need more stuff right now, and there's also like I have an auction in like 1 to 3 months that I want to save up for, and that I don't even need to go to there, so I'm still like 50-50 if I'm even gonna go or stop by. Appreciate you keeping your identity a secret. Yeah, it's the good call mentally long term to, not do that. Yeah. Shop the pile right behind you. Yeah, you know what I should do? If we don't have plans for the weekend, I should organize a lot of this stuff. A lot of stuff can just be condensed into a lot of different boxes. Like that's honestly just it at this point. And then I can maybe after I'm done reading Game of Thrones tonight, and then tomorrow I can probably just do like list all those board games. Yeah, we'll see. I should get that done, and then I can fix the shipping closet. I keep meaning to do it. I'm very close with the motivation and energy, and now that I'm kind of done with the book, because like it's due in 2 days. I could have checked it out for longer, but I usually have to beg them because I've had the Game of Thrones books for 2 months, so I had to beg them last time to keep it. So I didn't want that to be like 50 pages left and then I have to like wait a week to get it again. And then yeah, maybe I can do that. Your markets have anywhere from homemade goods, which can be really good, like just unique stuff, true antiques, to like Temu. The Temu infiltration. And Becca yells at you, "You're not the best at organizing my listing piles." We got a problem right now. I'm just saying, like. Oh yeah, I keep trying to think, and it seems impossible. I don't even want 2 storage units because it's technically like too expensive. Like we have it relatively cheap. It's the cheapest in our area. We had one other cheap one. We were on a waiting list for 4 years. It was bigger, less expensive, but there's a couple of buts. One was huge. It was not climate controlled. So I was like, will our stuff deal with a lot of heat and extreme heat? It's been getting super hot around here, and I'll get to that in just a moment. And then the other thing was super when it's super cold and stuff. But like the heat, I think about like our paper, and I like to wrap everything, but not everything I have in baggies and stuff. And we have like plastic miniatures, painted miniatures. Won't those melt? Some of the stuff's expensive. I was just starting to think, and I'm like, foil cards. I don't know if you guys have humidity. We're in Illinois, so our card foils curl a lot in Illinois because the humidity is different from when the factory it's been made in. So like Illinois, you're just known as, if you play like a foil Magic the Gathering deck, they call them Pringle decks. But that's not in every state and stuff because we have a lot of humidity. So stuff like cards getting ruined. And then I was like, last second, and then the management was, they were interesting. I'll put it that way. They were like that. We were already veering no. I had to look at it. And we went there and we looked at what the unit would be. And then there happened to be, I was super lucky because there was another customer there with their storage unit. And then I asked them about like the temperature, and they were kind of like, because that person like fixed cars and that, like it was a big storage unit. He's like, it does get pretty hot and humid in these units. I was like, the owner of the unit kind of got like a little annoyed at him, but I'm like, I'm glad that guy was there because like I assumed that our stuff could be like ruined by humidity and stuff. Yeah, climate control is a big one. Yeah, it was just like I was seeing not red, but I was seeing like, oh, like finally I was like desperate for a different solution because like the space would have been all the stuff off screen that you don't see. All of the stuff I've been walking around at the storage unit, more shelving space for cheaper. It was going to be cheaper. Only by $40, but still cheaper matters. $40 a big deal for us. So that's like 10 less items that we have to sell per month. You just can't do it. No matter how we think about it, we just can't do it. We have too many shelves and too many stuff, and we would have to restructure everything and our pricing and everything just to try to figure out if we can do it with one storage unit or less. Like the first goal would be to whittle it down to one, but we keep getting more stuff and I keep listing. So it's like, it's a problem that's getting worse, not better. It's not too bad. Like it's hard for me to pull items because like I can jam a lot of items in like a box and I have them like baggies labeled, and yeah, I mess up sometimes, but it's not too bad. Yeah, $40 is $40. I don't think it'd be worth like, because like it would take like one or two items being destroyed, returns or cancellations. Imagine if I have like right now I have like a Warhammer little unit right now, professionally painted. I have it up for like $100 or something. If that sold and then the paint had melted and then I had to cancel it, wouldn't be worth it. I don't know. It's a tough call. Oh, plus I like trust the storage unit people at the one I'm at like a lot, so that's huge. Like basically that's like a safety feature of people as well. So I like them and they like me. So one of them collects like Nintendo stuff, so we'll randomly talk about Nintendo. And I found out that they play Magic occasionally, so we were just like talking a little bit about it. He's like, I just play a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I don't mean to drain you, my bad. You said Magic, you got me triggered. Or not triggered, you got me going. If I get the Dead Card Game collection stuff, they might have more. I might have more of that X-Men card game. Not that you have to, but I think that was the only time I found that particular X-Men card game. It's not one I find often. Right now, it's not looking like the collection purchase is going to happen because it's like I already poked the person twice. They still respond, but at some point, I don't want to be like too aggressive or too obnoxious. Like, but they're very forgetful people, so it's like almost like, do they need the poke again? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, that's weird. And that is gonna like this one. One of my brothers messaged me. We haven't talked in a while. Oh wow, that's weird. Can't respond to him right now. Family drama. She's gonna be drooling for the drama. All right, so, let's see this one. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I lost track of my thoughts. I'm just so all over the place today and yesterday. Give me a second. What was I gonna label this? I don't know. Oh, it was A3. Am I really only on A3 right now? No, A4. A4. Let's see. A4. Okay, I'm making sure I have everything correct here. We got the boss watching. If I make a mistake, she'll be able to point out that it was because I was. Oh, we got Jason. How's it going? How's it going? It's been a party. I can't list anymore, which is not a big deal. I don't mind. I'll be here for a while. I was losing my mind listing just bases anyways. Do we ever go thrifting? Yeah, we do. We just don't need stuff right now. And then we kind of have like a lot of like personal sources where it's like we can just kind of like spend way less and get a whole bunch. It's just thrifting. Yeah, I don't know. We have like two really bad Goodwills near us. They're like barren. They basically probably put all their stuff into like, their online shop. So those ones are really bad. And then we have like a thrift store that did change names at some point, and they'll have like okay stuff, but it's like really hit or miss. Annetta usually, when she used to go alone, she would find good stuff, and then whenever we would go together, it'd just be like nothing there. And then, we have conflicting opinions on. So while she was getting good luck with the like mom and pop thrift store, I was having good luck with the Savers near here because it was near a like I think it was like an Asian restaurant where Annetta would like to get food there, and then when I would go pick it up, they would take a while to make it, and they were right next to a Savers. So then I would go in the Savers, and my goal was, can I make money to make up for the like the food we got? I was just playing like a mini game, and I kept getting lucky. Like, oh, there's some Legos. I was like, I never find Legos. There's this, there's that, and I kept getting like small little big hits and wins from them. So she would always go and find nothing in that Savers, and then I would go, and then I would get some good stuff. So I like that one, but she doesn't like it. And then we have a Half Price Books, where they have a lot of niche, they get a lot of niche nerdy stuff, and I've gotten some huge home runs from them, but they're also hit or miss. I spent like $150 like last year, and I only sold like one thing from it, so I failed on that go, or at least for now. But there was times where I found like it was the like StarCraft board game expansion where they had it for $80, and I'm like, I think that game's like a couple $100. And then I asked them if I could count the pieces. You can count everything there, and I can count like a board game, even though it has like 1,000 pieces. I can do it like really quick because I have a lot of board games myself. So I was like, oh shoot, this is complete. And we sold it for like 440, even though I spent 80. You haven't felt like thrifting recently? Yeah, to be ready to get your hands dirty, you're not feeling it. Yeah, well, we also don't need this stuff. Like, I don't mind. Yeah, like the yard sales around my parents are always fun. Just the driving's a pain. They're like over an hour away. I get so burnt out of the driving, and we found some good stuff recently. I think I did a quick video about it. It was like 4 or 5 minutes. We found some good stuff. I think Annetta even found some stuff, and we both didn't even know how good the stuff we found was. We were kind of just having fun doing it. Yeah. You have to be mentally prepared for thrifting for the people in the store. People don't bother me as much, I guess. I have a thick skin, man. I get it. I understand it. I totally get it. Yeah, people are just being just rude, I guess. I was going to like get groceries the other day, and I was waiting for someone to pull out of their spot. Like, this is normal etiquette, right? I was waiting there behind, my car was super far back, and then the person was, slowly backing out. They had to get, you have to get situated, put on your seatbelts. I understand, so I'm not rushing them or anything, no honking. And then right as they like went out, some car that had came out of nowhere like started like trying to eke into the spot, and I was like, dude, this is what are you doing? So I just went normally into the spot, but I just saw them like rage yelling at me, and I almost thought like, am I gonna like, should I just actually like pull out and just go away? Just we don't need the groceries right now, like, because I hadn't gone shopping yet. I'm like, this person was mad because I did normal stuff. I waited for a spot and got it. It was rough. That's the stuff that gets to me, just like nonsensical stuff. So many old men try to steal your cart when you thrift. Oh yeah, the cart thieves. Oh yeah, I'm basically like security when Anetta's going thrifting. I forgot I used to do that. She's like, just like stay by my carts or people will take stuff, and then they'll even try to do it in front of me too. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. They'll reach in and like, oh, I was just looking at what you had. Like, what are you? It's like fun people watching too, I guess at some point. Oh, you mentioned it, but we like it. You don't think to be able to handle the Goodwill bins. We did Goodwill bins a couple times in another state. We were like doing like a mini road trip. We were doing part-time eBay at that time, but and I didn't want to stop by a bins, and so I had the mini game. I'm like, okay, can we pay for a couple $100s for our trip? Food for a couple days in our trip. Can we do it? And we did pretty good with the Goodwill bins, and we both enjoyed it. We spent a lot of time there. We like the Goodwill bins. Anetta wants to dive into the troughs and just piggy into them. And they don't bother me either. I'm only worried about sticking my hands in and like, cut. That's like kind of my like weird fear. I just don't like reaching my hand into like, I know there's a word for it, like the phobia where you like don't like your hand or stuff into like an unknown space, like a dark space. I feel like maybe I watch too many horror movies, or I think a spider's gonna bite my hand off, and I'm not gonna turn into Spider-Man. I'm just gonna be like poisoned or something. Like it's like an irrational fear. So that's my only issue with the bins. We don't have Goodwill. You mostly have Salvation Army and Value Villages. So yeah, we have Salvation Armies. A lot of people say we should have gone because there was like this auction I was at a couple hours away, just chit-chatting with some random dude. He was from another state. I'm like, you're from another state? He's like, oh, I used to be like, work on an airplane. I'm retired, not married. I don't have much to do. So I just go to other states and I just like thrift. And he's like, he like found out about like the concept. He just likes doing it. So he tries to go on like mini trips, and then he's like, oh, you guys have a lot of good Salvation Armies near here. So he just tries to pay for it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. He's at like an auction getting random stuff. I did not save his eBay. He showed me his like shop. It looked like he was doing pretty good. He had a lot of cool stuff. Value Village is Savers. Okay. Savers are hit or miss. I like them. Netta does not. But it's just because I randomly had good luck at some of them sometimes. Three of these are this one. What size are these ones? Let's see, 10. No, that's not 10. 10 by 70. Wait 1 second. Give me 5 seconds, guys. Where was that? It was 100 by 70. Oh, it's 105 by... This chart's so amazing that I found. It basically breaks down every circular base size for Warhammer 40k and stuff, so it's kind of giving me, like... I don't know, sometimes it's hard for me to measure them out exactly, but then it'll say, like, this size should be this. So I thought it was 100 millimeters by 70, but it's 105. And I know if I do the numbers wrong, which I have before, I will get returns. They'll be, I thought it was 100... and not 105. Someone might be buying it for a different project and not Warhammer. Goodwill in your area isn't the best, but the private charity shops are pretty good. I know some people have good luck with Goodwills. And technically, sometimes, like, some of the like, these are all places that get donations, and sometimes there's just, like, a good donation haul that they got, maybe in an estate or, like, a good collection. So sometimes you just go into these places, right time, right month, and then they'll have a bunch of good stuff out of nowhere. You know, there's no guarantee that certain ones will always be good or bad or stuff, but plus the different companies for these thrift stores will have, like, you know, their internals where they send certain stuff to certain areas based on, like, demographics. So sometimes they'll put, like, good stuff in a certain area, or, like, more tabletop games. So, like, they have all this, like, random back end stuff. I knew someone that worked at a different Savers, not ours. So I know a lot about the Savers back end, at least for their particular store. But it's like their information. I'm not gonna spread their, you know, personal stuff. So I know a lot more about, like, some of the back end stuff for their particular Savers. The person I knew that worked there, it basically, like most jobs, goes down to the management, where they were, anytime a good item would come in, it would have to go through this manager, and then their office was just full of, like, hundreds of $1,000s of stuff, because they would, like, randomly some days, like, go through 3 things and then, like, put them out front in the glass case, and, like, but, like, their whole office was basically just, like, an actual Dragon's hoard of, like, a lot of good stuff that would sell like that if they listed it for even 20%, you know, off market rate. That's just, like, I'm like, oh, that's so annoying, just a waste of good stuff. It's like they're not selling it, they're not doing it. It's like being corrupt without the corruption, you know. Just an actual Dragon hoard of stuff. Like, I'll get to it when I get to it. They, like, had to go through that manager if it was a certain price point. That was obnoxious when I found that out. I think they had a stack of, like, Pokemon Yellow, Red, Blue for, like, Game Boy and stuff. Okay, did I already do that one? Oh, no, I didn't do that one. Oh, no. You should see what goes in the dumpster. I can't. We have seen stuff. We have heard stuff. We don't. Whenever I say we got this stuff that was gonna be thrown out, I'm not joking. It's not for the channel. It makes me sad. It makes Annette even more sad and angry. A lot of these people, like, know us too, so they, like, and we are. I try to make it when someone reaches out. I try to be as very little friction as possible. So I just go. I grab it all. I do all the lifting. I do all the organizing. I make sure that they don't have to do a thing if they're giving me something. And I know that because, like, I don't want to be a problem. I don't want to be a person like, oh, I'll take that. Can I have 6 hours to, like, cherry pick the boxes? I want them to know, like, you don't need to throw it out. Like, I will do all of it. Just let me know beforehand how much. If it's a whole house, yeah, we can't handle that. But still let me know, because we might be able to take, like, a room or two. We can pile up books in the car. So yeah, there was this, oh man, it was like a couple years ago. I'll leave the details short, but, like, they gave us some stuff, but then they threw out the rest. I even said that, please don't pay for a garbage person. I can do it with our condominium's garbage over here, because ours doesn't get that full. So I was like, I can literally save you money. Please don't. Nope, they threw it away. Oh, it was upsetting. And one of their like boxes of it was one bag. It was one small bag. They had like 100 bags. So one small bag, it had N64 video game manuals. Sure, a little crunchy because they put them in there. Lots of stuff that we sold. We probably made like $1,000 from their one little garbage box that they gave me. Catalogs. But yeah, the video game stuff just hurt me. Oh, there was like vintage Legos in there. I probably undersold them. I didn't realize, like, how expensive individual Legos can be. And just knowing that they threw out like 100 bags, they hired someone, hauled it all up, and right in the dumpster. It is really sad. History just gone too. Not even just for the financial aspect, but all the cool, like, even the, like, video game manuals and the catalogs and some clothes, just all good stuff. Down the drain. Yeah, it was so much waste. It really was. It really was. At least I just at least say to myself, at least we were able to save like a couple hundred items and make good money and make people happy. And it's crazy too because a lot of stuff that they had was like Y2K stuff, and that including clothes. It's like super popular with Gen Z, so it's like, and it's nostalgic for millennials, so it's super expensive stuff now. It's like, yeah, at one point they even like ghosted me too, so maybe I was like too eager. I try not to be like too eager. Like I just like I said, I try to make it like so I'm not like causing someone problems, you know? Yeah, I think it was what was it? It was like that Conqueror's Bad Fur Day, like the manual. I think I sold it for like 40, $50. It was like crunch too. It was no liquid damage, so I think that was an important part. Someone could try to like, slowly flatten it out. No mold, no nastiness, so it's pretty good. I sold a receipt out of there because it was like I think it was like a Toys R Us one, like a vintage one, and it showed what items were bought. I'm like, oh, someone's gonna buy this. I sold it for like $10. That was a fun thumbnail because I was like, I sold a receipt and I have the receipt to show it. Or I said some stupid thing. I was so excited for that title. It got like 18 views, but one of my favorite titles. Dumb stuff like that. It was. Do you remember that one? Were you around for that one? I know I'm telling you, like, pull a random memory of a title. Let's see, is this A5? This is A5. Fifth item of being really productive. It doesn't matter. I think I got motivated by everyone to just do the board games tomorrow. So if I don't do as much today, it'll eat into some video game time tomorrow. But that's not a big deal. I'm not like super video gamey right now. I've been reedy. In the reedy. Is that a thing? That's the mood I've been in. I'll finish that. $105 by $70. Oh, is that good? I have no idea what these bases sell for. I'm kind of winging it with these bases and prices. I've already sold it. We've sold them in the past before, but I'm like overthinking it. So I'm just like, I have offers and I'll be more loose with these offers. And I know some people will pay up like for more for definitely the ones that say Games Workshop on the bottom than not. But I am definitely winging the prices. So I mean, we sold. There's another one that's sold right now, or sold right after I did the video today. And then I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, a couple packets sold so far, so at least I'm doing it kind of semi right. There's a lot of waste in this world. It's sad. Mm-hmm. I know. I know. These ones. Let me. Let's see this. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 19, 20. Man, this has been such a just figuring out basic chat has been such a huge upgrade to streaming from my end. I used to have to like swap over to the chat all the time because I was just too lazy to set it up. It just got like tiresome to like keep swapping back and forth. 3rd of September 2024 you started watching my videos. Yeah, I'll have to look into it later. Let's see. These are. Yeah, that's a wow. Labor Day. Yeah, close to my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Jason's watching. Let's see. Yeah, I've been doing it for a while. Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy thinking about. Yeah, so like our accounts was created. I wish I had all of it. All of the eBay stuff. That's my only like sadness about the channel. I wish I had everything. There could have been some cooler other stuff when we like sourced some cool stuff. Could have done some cool haul videos. We did like a lot of different stuff part like compared to now. Now we're kind of like in a groove and in like a kind of like where we're at. We used to do like needlecraft stuff. Like that was like our main source. 50 cents quarter. Talking about like Goodwills, just like the puzzles, all like the. See, we didn't get the COVID boom because we weren't on there at first. We did it like kind of after, and we did it to like save up money to like where we're living now. We wouldn't have been able to have the down payments if we didn't do eBay, on top of the other jobs that we both had at the time. So yeah, it's weird, weird for me to think about. You enjoy the take us on a day of life. Those are always very interesting. Yeah, I know those are so much, and I don't mind doing it. It's a lot of work. Like that, the one I did recently, that took like no joke, probably like including recording and editing and like shifting everything. It took like it was just me for that one. 60 hours, like it was a lot. It feels like dramatic, but I put a lot of effort into that one. I just do it with literally my phone and a free editing platform, and I am very bad at tech. For being a millennial, I'm like very bad at tech. So the fact that I even do like any of this is I'm proud of myself for like really basic stuff. But yeah, that took a lot of energy. Plus, I like the videos when I post them, like the day in life. But when I'm recording them, I get bored of my own voice. I'm like hour 8. I'm like, oh, I'm so bored of myself. Who's gonna want to listen to this? And then I have to listen to it again to edit it, and then I post it, and then I have to watch the whole thing to make sure it's edited properly. So at some point, I'm like, I just don't like my own voice. I'm just done with myself. Plus, if I did them too much, because my day is kind of like similar day to day, it would just almost like if it's too. I did one in 2025, so I was like, oh, you know what? When did I last do one? I did one in 2025. I was like, maybe I'll just do like maybe one a year, maybe 6 months. But like, if I just did that video again, it would be almost the same thing, and people might like it, I guess. But I wouldn't. I wouldn't have time for eBay at that point. It would just be like. I would just be like YouTubing at that point and not eBay. So the eBay really has to come first. What am I using as a video editor? I'm using the CapCut. I'm using CapCut. Just because my computer couldn't run the I can't think of the other popular one that like people can make movies on. I can't remember it. Whatever, the other popular one, because my computer at the time could only run CapCut. And then I was almost forced to do a different editing platform because CapCut was shut down for a couple months when they were like debating that stuff in Congress 2024, 2023 or something. So like for a few moments I'm like, oh no, but then it came back up. So but then my old I got a new computer since then, so my old computer couldn't handle it was like an 11-year-old computer or 12-year-old computer, so it couldn't handle whatever the one that I can't think of. Yeah, I like doing the high effort stuff, but like I know the eBay has to come first. I'm like an eBayer. The YouTube is second. You know, far second. I like it, but every minute, like I just like what you guys are seeing. I'm just literally just sitting here listing Monday through Friday. This is the thing. Little variations and stuff, you know. I want to do different videos and stuff, but yeah, always I like them to come out the way I envision them in my head. Then I get picky. But I'll throw in other random stuff, other random high effort stuff. Oh, I also I have a broken what is it? What's it called? The not kickstand, the tripod. I have a broken tripod, so I'm always like, whenever I like every little shot I do, I have to like wiggle it into being straight. I'm too stingy to spend another $40 on another one. Just excuses, you know. This live format has been my expansion from the channel. I just thought it'd be an interesting take. I was like, I don't know if it'll work like listing live. Technically, my original idea for what I wanted for this, like, I don't think you can do it because you have to have like multi-computer set up. Because I wanted to like have like a camera on the stuff I'm listing, but then the lighting's really bad because it's a bright light flash. It was just like a lot of trouble. Both of the cameras when I was trying to do it were like lagging, and I wasn't even live. I was like, I don't know if I'm there yet. You've been looking for a good tripod? I think I have a couple other ones in the storage, and I just have to like get used to them. I'm like used to like the one, and I'm being like, you know, this is the one, I know how it works. Hello, Mindy. I can't open the window because it's all wet. It rained. I have like, it's super random because I do have like two videos like need editing, but they're like not related to eBay or anything, so I don't know if it's like wise to put them up. I still need to do a little bit of editing, so I just have like random footage of random stuff. It was I was what was I doing? I was talking about a bunch of sorcery contested realm cards I bought, and I was just talking about them for like an hour and a half. I'm like, it's too long. People are gonna zone out. They're gonna get a notification. They're gonna drop out of the channel. It's not really related to eBay, other than like, hey, here's this collectible I like, I'm into right now. If I film on my phone, I could always get one of those sticky things for the back of the Octobuddy or whatever it's called, so it can stick on walls. Yeah, I'm sure there's definitely like a lot of different things I can do, and I do film on the phone. I do everything just on my phone. Buying cat food. Oh, be right back. Not for you, Mindy. You got your own. She's being so good today. My cat, one of my cats. There's like a lot of stuff at my library. They call it like the library things where I can like check out for like a week or two. So they have a lot of like different tech stuff, and I did the GoPro stuff for a couple of videos. I could probably do another one of those again, but I can always like try out different gadgets almost for free just by checking them out in the library. I just have to make the trip, you know, and to think of it. Oh, you did a playtest of Sorcery? It's a pretty fun game. I'm pretty obsessed with it. It's pretty cool. I haven't even played that many games. I've played like 10 total. I really like the concept, and I like the art. I like a lot of stuff about it. That's cool that you got to play test it though. I've just been like collecting cards right now for the sorcery stuff. That's it. I like the concept of one set a year, and then I think they're a little bit late on that. I like the concept that their cards have to be original art styles submitted to the people who own the company. So it has to be like, you know, pencil, color pencil, acrylic paints and stuff. And I just think it works pretty well. I like the art of this stuff. I like tactical games in general. So you're playing tactical cards. So it's like less like Magic the Gathering, more like a tactical chess game. So I'm like, oh man, this was just right up my alley. Oh, and I really like the deck format where like the rare cards, the unique, you can only have one unique, two elites, three exceptionals, and four ordinaries. So it's like, I almost feel like they captured, and then you have your avatar. So I feel like they kind of captured Magic the Gathering's Commander format in a different card game where you're kind of having like a bunch of different cards and you get your like avatar instead of a commander. I think it just works well together. So yeah. I was on the Reddit earlier. People are all like angry about random stuff though, so they want more information about like new stuff, and then they're arguing about, well, I don't know, people just argue about like random stuff. They get into the weeds. At some point, it's like, what are you guys even arguing about? Where's the baggie? I lost baggies. I thought I had more. Here it is. I guess I'll just use these bigger ones for now. Oh, yeah, I just sold something good. We're saved. Our weekend is off to a great start. A cancellation. It's coming. I should have shut my mouth. Do you guys, did you play test online or did you play test like in person? Basically, I'm asking, do you have physical stuff that you could put on your eBay store and I can purchase? Because I just collect it. But yeah, if you guys don't like your sorcery stuff, I'll buy it. Reverse the role here. What did I sell? I forgot what I was talking about a couple minutes ago. What did I sell? Oh. Oh, it was Rare Ultima Online cloth map. Oh, gee. It didn't even work. I don't have it set up to show the stuff on my screen. It was, it's just one of those, like, you buy a PC game bigger box, you get, like, special stuff they throw in. It was a really cool cloth map of the world. Oh, you did it in person? That's super cool. Well, if you find stuff at the flea market, think about it. I don't have a massive budget, but like if you find some stuff and it's cheap, I'll definitely purchase it. I'll make it happen. I can have the cards. No, I won't. I won't take them. I'll buy them. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to get a booster box sometime soon. I just don't know what set. I already got one, and that already got me one booster box of the Arthurian Legends, which was like their second set. Which like people don't like right now, but that's like how a lot of card games go. They go like, oh, I don't like this one set until they make a new set, and then it works with all the stuff in the old set, and they're like, oh, why did no one like this stuff? I'm like, oh, I like it because it's just like cool, like classic fantasy art and stuff. Okay. Did I put that away? No, I did not. My cat went on my lap. She distracted me. Both of my cats have become lap cats, but they normally weren't. Like out of nowhere. Got that listed. Alright. Let's see. I'll do these big ones. So I have these massive... I'm probably going to list them as like quantity. They're just like bigger ones. So I'm assuming... See, I wish there was a... I know I have one huge Warhammer person who watches occasionally. I just don't know if this would be wise to list them together as a lot, but I don't think so. Because it's like a bigger figure, so they probably wouldn't want multiple. You know what? I can look to see what other people do. See for the quantity. I have like 10 of them. These are going to be the 120 by... Is it 120 by 90? 120 by 90. 120 by 92. $120 times times 92. Oh, everything's being annoying. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna be on this Games Workshop. This is 2006 120 times 92 millimeter round oval base. Oval base. 120. Someone has them by like a lot of 3. Oh, I already listed one? Oh, that's right, because I was being dumb at that point. I mean, someone still might want a single one. I guess a lot of people do like 3 or 5. So I'll probably do that. There's probably a reason. Maybe there's like a bigger monster that like comes in like squads of 3 or 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 3 of these. They're 2006. You did enjoy the game, actually. It's so good. It's so good, but it's like, yeah, you only have so much time for stuff. You're making the listing for me? That's awesome, man. That is awesome. I mean, if you like the game, just keep it. Keep the stuff. Let's see, 120 times 92. Yeah, you'll have to let me know the title, because like I don't think I have it set up where like links work, and I don't know how to at this point. So yeah. These are 120 times. Let's see. Why am I drawing a blank here? 20 times. I've been doing these bases so much that I want to make sure that even off stream, I've been like melting my brain. I'm like, I have to make sure that they're the correct size, correct pictures, that it's going in the right bin with the right label. So I have a bunch of different labels. 120 times 92. This is going to be A7. And then we got that. 20 is fine. 20 is fine. Okay. Let's see this. Got that. Can't reach over. I have like my bad measuring tape. Probably have to go to the washroom real quick after this listing, so I'll be back. Sucks because my cat just went on my lap. That's the way the story goes. She's gonna be all like, right. She's gonna get all salty. I wonder if I can do like quantity 3 for these. Are they all like the same? They are all the same, yeah. Like wear and tear. Yeah, I could probably do. Let me try that. Wrap all these up. Let's see, 2. 3. Just got fresh baggies too. It sucks that they're like a cent or more. It's not a big deal. I reused a lot of the baggies from like board games, and anytime I have baggies that are clean or from anything, I'll just like reuse them for organizing. If I don't want them or already have them, totally fine. Give me a second. I need to wrap up this listing, and I need to go to the washroom real quick, and then I'll be back. I'll take a look at it. Oh, there's a chipmunk. Like, I have like a medium amount of the cards, but like compared to people who are like super in the game, I have very little, compared to people. not Ross from Retro Dream Beam. Okay, give me a second. Give me a moment. Alright. I wonder if eBay even allows the weird titles. I've done like weird ones or very basic ones before, so like someone else wouldn't search it up. This is A7, A7, 3, 4, 5. Let's see this. Where's the how many of these do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I bought something from eBay for the first time in a long time. A couple days ago. I didn't really do a video about it. I didn't want to bring to light for the particular thing I was looking for. But I'll talk about it when I come back. But someone did like a listing where like the side thing was the thing I wanted in their main thing. So yeah, I forgot about that. I feel like it's one of those things where if someone talks about this product type existing and it gets viral, it's going to be like super expensive forever. Okay, got those in there. Okay, give me a second. Sorry, Mindy. I know you're going to be dramatic. All right, I'm back, and then I had to get some water. I'm back. Let me go to this. Let's see. Not for retro dreaming. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. Oh, there it is. Cool, cool. Sweet. More sorcery cards. Oh, that's super nice, man. Oh, how do I even do this? I haven't bought in a while. What's this? Is that correct? It's going straight to the collection. Should be good. I have to organize my cards soon. I have like a bin to do it. And I have to do some deck building. I have one of these cool ones. This is like was it Ultimate Guard? This one's pretty cool. I'm gonna organize my cards in there with like alphabetical or something. Thank you so much. Should have gone through, I think. I am back. I'll just take a look at them when they come in. I have no idea if I do or don't have them. Probably not. Alright, I missed some stuff. Yesterday, someone bought a VHS tape, canceled the purchase, and then bought it again. That I always wonder what's going on with someone when they do that. Like, yeah, it's weird. I can't figure out the narrative of like maybe they were waiting to like get paid, but then like a day or a couple hours or something. That's possible. That's the only narrative I can get. Or they like bought it, and then they bought from someone else cheaper, but then maybe the person who had it for cheaper, maybe they were like, oh, we don't have this, and then they were like, oh shoot, I have to go back to the original person. So I know there's always like people that multi-buy items and then they go to the person that has the cheapest. Because we have the offer system, I can tell that happens occasionally. So we have to be on it with the offer system, because I think they like, you know, do a scatter shot of offers, and then at some point they're like, well, this person took the cheapest. And it's kind of like I get it, I guess, if like I'm okay with people doing it, but still can be annoying to a seller. But I can understand, let's say, if I want to buy an item and there's 3 people that have the item I want, and I send out 3 offers, and then some of them you can take up to 48 hours to accept an offer, I think, sometimes. And then it's like, yeah, if they get back too late and you already bought it. The old one I found it cheaper. Oh, wait. That's a nice deck box. Oh, yeah. You don't have to throw in extra goodies. Was the shipping, like, enough? It seemed like too cheap for the shipping. The couple bucks or whatever. You don't have to throw in anything extra. I appreciate it. The cool sorcery cards, always take them. So were these, like... That's cool. I just want to know what they are. So they were just, like, you got, like, a little demo pack somewhere, and that's what they are? They're just, like, demo Arthurian Legends ones? Let's see, got a bunch of these. Yeah, see, I didn't get to go to Gen Con this year, and they did have a booth, and they were giving out some cool stuff, and I was like, oh, it's too expensive to go this year. Maybe another year. You didn't want to charge me? No, it wouldn't have been a big deal. I appreciate it, though. They sent you an offer for the VHS? Yeah, I don't know, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19. Let's see. Oh, someone sent an offer for some of the bases. That's not one of you guys, right? I assume no. Yes, more of these are selling. I always like, wait. I want to make sure were these the ones I... Oh, this is... I think this person likes these particular size, and I might have more with me right here. You're hitting up 2 thrift stores later? Ooh, good luck, man. You got some good ones there. You have some good stuff. I'm probably not doing anything for a bit until like an auction, October, November. I mean, I just got a bunch of stuff that it was like 2 carfuls of the free stuff, the VHS. There's still like, there's still, there's still a bunch of the cars out there. Or sorry, the one of our cars has a bunch of puzzles. I didn't even dive into those. Books, I didn't even dive into them. Paper ephemera. I have a big box of like pens. I have so much stuff to go through, which is fun. Like not enough time, but. Later, what time is it near him? I don't know his time zone. I think we are actually in 3 different, completely different time zones, if I'm thinking correctly. So we're gonna be like far apart. Man, there was one time, one of my first lives, there was just like, it was like 2 people in Europe. There was me in the Midwest. There was East Coast. There was West Coast. It was like all over the place. Yeah, it's 7 p.m. for me. Yeah. I always forget like how much time people are from each other too. I have to like sit there and like steam my brain, and I'm not like focused on that right now. I definitely know that I think we are, and I was correct. We got 2013. 2013. These are. That person liked the 25mm ones without the. Do I have more of them? I don't think I do. Maybe I do some. It's a ton of listings, but I have like organizing these, all the miniatures. This was full the beginning of the week, so when I say like I was melting my brain just listing bases, this thing was full. It's good stuff. This is like one of 7 bags. They all fit in one tub in the storage unit. You feel like you know his name from another channel? I think he has like double channels. Plus, it's kind of like a cool, unique name like Pizza Rat. Putting that in like the... It's a pretty good one. Oh, he got in my head now, because anytime there's like rats in like a video game, I just think Pizza Rats. There was like a rat in, I think it was Divinity Original Sin Part 2. I mean, there's a lot of like little animals that walk around, but there was this rat that was like cursed, and he could only lie. He couldn't tell the truth. He had like a weird curse on him. And then you have to like figure out how to get rid of the curse and not like knock him out. But then like I kept doing stuff and kept reloading, and then I couldn't like save him, and then at some point I just looked it up. I'm trying not to like look up this stuff for the old games. I really want to like give it a good try. I don't want to like, oh, I'm stuck here, let me look it up real quick. Eventually I looked it up, and like that's kind of like the joke. He's not supposed to survive, so it's pretty sad. I spent like an hour on that rat. The developers were just doing, stuff where they used to do in old school games, just trolling people. I influence you to hold on to some of your video games for yourself or for selling. Dude, it's they're gonna... I think the physical video games, like I said, I'm not like everyone. It's really hard to tell, there's a lot of like, fluff and slop on the internet, but I feel like video games are already pretty strong as like, I haven't been able to find physical video games in Illinois in like, since we started. I've probably found like 30 or less within the state. Anytime I find video games, it's other states. So it was already like people really were already buying them. So, but like with them getting rid of physical discs, digital stuff really pissing off people, I really do think they're going to be worth more. And I do like them personally. So it's like a double whammy, and it's nostalgic for me. So I don't know like how much how much of my heart is weighing in versus how much the nostalgia versus how much are people actually gonna like screw this digital stuff. We're just gonna get the physical stuff. I do know Gen Z is into physical stuff. You can right now your algorithm will be destroyed if you go like Gen Z DVD. A lot of local news stations do stuff. Yeah, Gen Z. Oh, they had a phrase for it where it's like going. Was it going physical? Something like, something clickbaity like that or something. Yeah. PS3 prices have risen a lot in the past few weeks. Oh, that's crazy because, yeah, PS3 was really disrespected for a while. As disrespected as in that stuff was too cheap because there's like a lot of it out there. Oh, yeah. I remember being jealous. I was like, oh, man, I wish the Super Nintendo stuff was cheap, like PS3 stuff. You think physical games will boom for a bit and then fizzle? Yeah, it's going to go through like some kind of... Yeah, like a roller coaster. It's always going to be in and out. Video games aren't like that old compared to some other stuff, like it's like I don't know, like books. You can get books thousands of years old. Shit like that. Maybe not 1,000, but there's been like video games are relatively still kind of new, still young compared to other physical objects. Like I've sold a board game that was like, what was it made? It was like, oh, that was before the channel too. It was a really cool board game. I think it was made in like 1890 or something. Sold for like $300. But there's no video game that's that old. So they're going to have like their own journey. But yeah, if you need the money, you can sell it. Like I'm not I don't want to play like influencer, but I do think they're good. I don't want to like if they start not selling for as much and I'm wrong, which I could completely be wrong. I'm not like 100% on anything. I don't want you to miss out on some sales. The hardware will be the issue for time. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of issues for a lot of stuff just based on the time. Yeah, you were correct. 1 second. These are the 32 ones. 32. 2013, 32. I'm just like doing similar for my listings with different variations of these. I don't know if it's the best way to go about it. Probably the best way would have been for me to have organized them all and then have like, okay, this is a lot of 20 of this size, and then I can do quantity on it. But I'm already like, as you saw with the tub, I'm already almost done. Because it kind of eats into my listings too. I don't know how multi-quantity listings work. I don't know if I do like 10 of this base and 10 of them quantity, if that counts as 10 of my listings or not, or if it's one. I assume 10, but I don't know everything about eBay, even though I do a lot of it. Yeah, I think it's these. Yeah, I have 19 of this. Another, I mean, there's like, even if you're just thinking for like flipping stuff for like the near future, I think board games are super cheap, but board games take up a lot of space in general. But like, okay, so like let's say if you get into sports card collecting or like Magic the Gathering, if you actually think about like their most expensive thing, you can get stuff up to, Magic was $2 million for the 1 of 1 Lord of the Rings cards. Sports cards are, I don't even know, they're probably in the tens of millions of dollars. So like that's really high end for that hobby. Now think about board games is like some of like the holy grails are only like $300-400, and you can get like the creme of the creme for that. So I think a lot of board games are still there. I think they're finally getting into like a silver age. A lot of stuff that I've played is technically now finally like vintage. I keep up on a lot of the board game stuff. Not a lot, because like there was like an era. It's like the Kickstarter era, which there's very weird era. It's still kind of going on, but I think it's having a downtrend. where there was just a lot of stuff produced, a lot of good, a lot of bad. Before, it had to be good. If it was going to be in a tabletop store, if people were going to, if someone wanted to make a business of it, not everyone who makes board games had to make a business of it, but if they want to make a business, it had to be good and it had to go on a shelf. But the Kickstarter starter era kind of like changed it up. There's a lot of slop. There's a lot of games that had like cool miniatures, but the game sucked, and vice versa. The game was good, miniatures sucked. So like, we're gonna see where that lands, and we're kind of in that zone right now. So when I look at like the hot board games now from Board Game Geek, it's kind of like all over the place. I'm kind of like, where is it settling? It seems like right now people like basically like Uno style card games. They kind of like had a weird turnaround where they were into these big box campaign miniature games, and now they're playing card trick games. So if you've played Hearts, that's a card trick game, but they have a lot of like variations with different arts and stuff. I don't like them. I really don't like them, but like that's where the current, I think, meta of board gamers is at right now. And then there was like another board game. It was called like Lords of Waterdeep. It was a really good one. I have the game. I have two of them. I have like two expansions. I used to see it occasionally for like $5-10 at places. I'm like, oh, it's such a good one. So like I said, at some point I picked up two of each, base game and expansion, in case I like lost pieces or something. And then I think Wizards of the Coast has the license or something, and there must have been like an article where they said they weren't going to reprint it because that game shot from like $5-10 to like 150, and it finally did calm down because a lot of people were like dumping their copies. But I was like, this is kind of like a little sample of what me personally, I think could happen with board games and stuff, as like people can't produce them anymore, and they're like, oh shoot, they're like, I need that hole in my collection filled. That's a good game too, Lords of Waterdeep. It's a very dry, basic game, but that's a good one. I was like, I'm glad I got mine for like $5. So I've been like keeping an eye out on like physical stuff that I want a copy of, and it doesn't have to be expensive for me to want it. I'm like, okay, what video game holes are there in my collection? I have to look at Super Nintendo soon. I'm not gonna be focused on the dollar price, but I want to get the stuff before, if it does spike up. I want to have the stuff I will enjoy. I don't want to be sitting there and be like, oh man, that Super Nintendo game I used to play a lot and I liked and I would play once in a while. It used to be like $4 or $5 and now it's like 200, and I'm like, at some point it's like, oh well, it's not $200 worth for me. So I want to grab this stuff before it's too late. It'll be 10 listings? Okay, I thought so. Dang. Yeah, I'm short on listings. So I got a lot of like random card stuff because you get like extra listings as a store with the card stuff. There's some other, I think, like collectibles, crafts. I think the puzzles I have actually might be an extra category of free listings. See this? Oh no, that's not the right one. I'm not doing the right listing there. Can make this one a little bit cheaper. I'm probably just gonna go off of the offers for these miniature bases. I got a lot of organizing to do for the weekend. Will I still be live when Jason is back from thrifting? Possibly. I just keep going until my brain melts. Need to head out in a minute. Need to ship a couple packages. We'll see if I'm still here when you're back. Do we have a PS5? No, I don't think we have a PS5. See, we have most of them. I never had, well, I didn't, as a kid, my family had the PS stuff, but I never had it when joined in with Annetta. I think she has, I don't know, PS1, 2, and 3, I want to say, and 4? We were both never big PlayStation people. Not that it doesn't matter. I'm not like one of those like people that likes to like compare the consoles. I just didn't have them as, I don't know, at some point I just had some of the other ones and couldn't afford all of them. I just think entertainment is entertainment. I don't care what platform, PC, Game Boy. I just like the game. Board game, Physical, digital. I just like the entertainment. So I don't think I know some of the consoles have like exclusives, but like to me, entertainment's not exclusive. If you gave me a full PlayStation collection, one of every game, I would have just as much fun as if I had a whole like GameCube collection. I'm sure I would find billions of hours of fun no matter what. Even though I technically like some GameCube games I can think of right now better, I would have just as much fun for a long time in either of them. Yeah, they do all have. There's a lot of good games. Yeah, when people are like super about like one versus the other, I'm like, oh, there's so much good stuff you're just like missing. If you can afford it or something, just play whatever you can. It's all good. It's all good stuff. Lots of treasures hidden there. We got one, but the games are so expensive. We still play PS4 on it. Yeah, no, I got you. Becca just plays Overwatch. I only played Overwatch for a little bit. I'm just terrible at shooter games. I can't keep up, man. I don't know if you were here last time. The last like competitive shooter game I played was This is a while ago. You can tell Apex Legends when it was like first out and super popular. My record was like 3-65. I had 3 kills, 65 deaths. And I think the 3 kills were because I was like someone else must have been playing where they were even that much more worse than me that they didn't even know how to like move a character in a video game. They'd just be like standing there like their character. So I basically was at 0-65 in my head. It was bad. I was pretty existential. I was like, I can't play these games anymore. Oh, it was awful. I'll play like single player stuff for like the shooter games, like not Overwatch, Borderlands. Sorry, Dead Space, old school stuff. You are reinstalling Unreal Tournament. I don't think I played Unreal Tournament. I know a lot of people did though. Unless if they had like a campaign. What is my main system I play on? I don't have like a main one right now. So for Divinity Original Sin, we actually owned it. Annetta had a remaster version for Xbox One. So she had part 1 and part 2 for Divinity Original Sin. So I'm just playing it on that so I don't have to spend money. Even though I kind of would prefer to play it on the PC because there's like a lot of buttons you can manage if you want, and it's more annoying with the wheel system on the Xbox, but I've been playing that for the Xbox. And then I was playing, my library has a lot of the Fire Emblem games for the Switch, so I'll play that for the Switch. And then sometimes I'll play like Diablo 2, XCOM, Core Keeper, some random Grounded, that stuff is like for the PC. And then I want to rehook up the Super Nintendo and or GameCube because there's a couple games that we have a big collection, so I was thinking about like rehooking it up. We never set up like one of those systems where you have everything set up. We just never got around to it, so I kind of have to like be in the mood to set it up and then play them. But I've been reading more as I was talking about, so way less video game time. You're terrible at Apex, man. I was so bad. I was so bad. The people I was playing with, they were mad at me. I did kind of like one of those like, oh guys, I have like an emergency personal problem, gotta go after a couple hours. It's just like didn't talk to them for a couple days. It's embarrassing. I was dragging the team down. GameCube was your childhood. Yeah, it's crazy because it's like Annette and I have a lot of like similarities with the consoles we like. She did not like N64 and GameCube specifically because of the controller for N64, even though it just kind of worked. I was like, I think you just had to get used to it. Oh, we keep talking about, you know what, that's what I should do. I don't know if I have time for the weekend, but sometimes, so you guys reminded me, we have the Pokemon Stadium for N64, and we always talk about how we should duel. Duel in Pokemon Stadium. Not the mini games, the one where you get to like pick the 6 Pokemon. We have it too. I think we bought it before. It spiked once in price, but I think we got it before it even spiked again. I don't know what the price is now. At the time, I was like, oh, this is kind of expensive. I was like, people are this will probably be worth more later on, so might as well buy it now. Your first console was the Mattel Intellivision. I don't know too much about that one. I'm just just a smidge younger, just a little bit. I mean, my family kind of had like we were lucky. We kind of did like the GameStop thing where we would like get one system, and then me and all my brothers would play it, and then we would like GameStop at some point did have a kind of a good deal where you like trade in your system and they would really knock off the next one. So we kind of went through almost all of them. Like my hands have played most of them. We just didn't keep a lot of stuff because when you're doing the trade-in thing, a lot of it wasn't kept. Annetta kept all her stuff, so yeah, she had always kept her stuff. She did not do that strategy. Yeah, the NES and Sega. Yeah, those were good. The opponent's Pokemon decided to go underground. Yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to win against Annetta. If I don't know what Pokemon she'll pick. I know one she'll pick. She'll pick Pikachu. And she knows one of my favorites is Ivysaur, so... Not Venusaur. I actually like just how Ivysaur looks like. I feel like Venusaur gets a little too... too plump or something. I don't know, a little mushed. Then I have to ask her, is it like, people would, at least for us in our neighborhood, be like, are you a lot of legendaries or are you not a lot of legendaries? I like it without legendaries because then everyone has like just too powerful of Pokemon, Just depends on what the house rules are at the time. Because then it's just like Mewtwo, Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno. Then it's just kind of like, I feel like not as exciting. You used to shop at a store called Game Crazy. I don't remember Game Crazy, but I do remember Hollywood Video. Maybe I'm just drawing a blank. Let's see, Game Crazy. I'm sure they did. Was it like short-lived? Let me look up the I need to see the. Oh yeah. No, I remember. Electronic boutiques and EB Games and GameStop bought them. You and your brother got games for Christmas or birthdays, but if you wanted something random throughout the year, you had to do trade-ins. That was pretty much like us, too. Yeah, it was pretty much us, too. I feel like, I don't know if... oh, yeah, Kmart had a lot of clearance stuff, too. Yeah, Kmart. It feels like the trade-ins were actually, good at the time, but I don't know, with, inflation. I don't know how to actually calculate if it was good or not, or if we're just having or if I'm just having a weird memory of it. It felt like it used to be a better deal, but it's hard to say. We tried to we bought a lot of when they announced the last, I think it was the Game Informer issue, we went and bought a bunch. Just nostalgic. We used to like Game Informer. I think I have a bag right over here. It's all of them. I think it was a bad buy, but we were gonna buy a bunch to flip them. And then I think they also then made one more issue, so we wanted to buy a bunch of the last issue and then ended up not being the last issue. I don't know where Game Informer stands right now. 75 by... This one is 75 by 42. And then there is 6 of them, I think. Yeah, you're not sure either if they were good or if we're just misremembering. It was pretty hype. My personal holy grail, my thing I want as a little collectible, it's almost like a curio, is, and then if you look on Reddit, you have to dig deep. There was a sale of one 10 years ago, so I have no idea how much it stands, how much you even bought, but it would be the Diablo 2 PC game, cardboard cutout, kind of like how I have the, whatever this, I don't know if I can, oh, there you go, the gas station one for the Mountain Dew. It's the cutout stand for Diablo 2 where they would put all the box games. That's one of my holy grails. But I feel like people would want that. Like if it got posted, it would be like, even if it was expensive, someone would buy it. Making sure I'm doing this one right. Let's see. 8, 9. Number 9. Oh, I forgot to take pictures. Do you know what I was just thinking about? Because we were talking about like digital and then physical, different games and stuff. I used to play a bunch of Hearthstone. That was always like a fun digital one, and it was good because it was digital with all like the wacky stuff they do. I kind of peeked behind the curtains the other day to see where it was, but it's been like so many years, so it's like I'm looking at like a completely different game. But I used to be addicted to that, man, just playing it too much. I wouldn't even be able to play again because I feel like it'd be like addicting again, just constantly playing it. It was cool though that people, yeah, you got addicted to it. Yeah, yeah, it was super. It was good. It was super good. I don't even think it ever got bad. I just think like life catches up at some point. Just one of those lifestyle games where it's like, I have to put this down at some point. Oh, it was the Oh, I remember what did it for me. It was like a meta where, what was the name of it? Yogg Sothoth or something, where you would play that 10 mana crystal whatever creature, and then it would cast all your spells done before the game. But then it would like just actually for it going through the whole animation would take like 30-45 minutes of real life time. And then if you left the game and try to come back on, you would still be in the game. So it was like you were like held hostage. Oh, that was so obnoxious. And when one person did that, like after, I was like, oh, I think I can endure this. It's just part of the game, it's part of the thing. But then at some point, I was like, I'm wasting my real life time. I just want to. Can I just like concede I lost? Like I don't care that I have a lot. I'd rather lose 100 times and just play the game eventually against someone not with it. You don't remember the names of any of the cards, unfortunately. It's crazy though, because if you look at, so they obviously it's Blizzard, so they use a lot of their same art. There's a lot of the World of Warcraft trading card game, the Dead card game, that they use a lot of the art. And I'll occasionally sell the singles because I think someone who plays Hearthstone goes like, oh, there's a physical card of like this character. Like almost all the art is like already ripped from people that they have already paid for their commissions and stuff. So yeah, it is super interesting because sometimes normally like for dead card games I'll do like commons and uncommons as like lots, and then I'll do like rares and foils promos separately. But sometimes when the common or uncommon, I'm like, oh, this is like an iconic card that people will remember. When they see it, they'll be like, oh, I remember. Oh shoot, there's a real card. Plus, I think it's weird because I think Magic, there's rumors, I didn't look into it too much, might do World of Warcraft set, which will be really interesting because I think it might. I saw some people in some comment sections for Magic channels and stuff where they were like, oh, I remember I used to play the World of Warcraft trading card game and or Hearthstone. So I think I might get more I mean, I sell this stuff kind of relatively quick, so I don't actually have. I have like a medium amount listed right now, but it does sell relatively quickly. But if it ever gets super popular, never be able to get it at like an auction again or something, because then people will know they will be buying it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that deck was annoying, and then they did they had done something called Dungeons or something. That was, I think it was called Dungeons. That was a lot of fun. It was like a single player thing. It was basically like mini sealed drafting, play as you go, like a mini league thing. That was a lot of fun. I have a random question for: do you think eBay is AI apocalyptic proof? AI? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? AI apocalypse proof? I mean, well, they have a whole team of people. A lot of higher ups are like AI people. They're not even like eBay people. If you just go to eBay's page, go to like, I don't know, keep scouring and see, like, you can look at like faces and people. There's so many AI people who are like in the company on a high level, but what are they planning and what's the point? I don't know. Like they say AI is going to take a lot of the jobs. Like me, oh man, this is this is a deep one. This is, and a lot of people are split on this one. Like, do I think I would lose my job from AI from selling on eBay? Like, end result, no. I don't think that. Oh, it's such. It feels like it would take like days to answer that. Is it? I think AI is going to affect everything, and I don't know if it's good or bad or where it's going to land. I have no idea. But they have a bunch of people in the high level. I noticed people don't like the AI descriptions. They are kind of pointless. I bought something. Oh, I forgot to talk about this. I bought something a couple days ago, but I was trying to figure out basically if it had water damage or something. But the person had the AI description, and it was just like slop. It was just like, whatever. I don't need to know about this item. And then on the bottom was like the wear and tear of the item. I'm like, oh, that's what I was looking for. But I had to like really dig. I'm kind of like was forced to read it all to like dig through to the bottom. And I was like, oh, this is so annoying. And I know a lot of other people don't like the AI descriptions. I know they were trying to do AI messaging. They want to have AI do messaging for. Nope, not doing that. I'm doing my own messaging for combo orders, for problems. Nope, I want to do all of it. I don't want. So it's like I have no use for it for eBay. Um, Crazy transition for Hearthstone. No, it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people are using like different programs that I haven't dug into for listing, and I don't use them. That's all I can say. I know some people like them, but like I like listing, so am I going to be outpaced by someone using those programs? I don't know. I use very little to none. Basically approaching it. Well, it's I use none, but a lot of it's been forced in different things, So like I actively use none, but a lot of stuff is just like put in, so it's like I'm forced by it being the only option at some point. You won't lie. Sometimes you're lazy and use the AI description. I do think people would just prefer nothing. That is my personal opinion. I saw them complaining about on Reddit. I think the best thing for descriptions, or at least for me, is damages. Like, cause like, and me as a buyer, when I'm buying something, I kind of want to know. Okay, I can see the pictures, but what if what if I just miss something in pictures? What's like? Is there a tear? Is there water damage? And I just want to see, like what basically damages or imperfections there are. And I feel like that's a lot of people, but there's so many different categories, so I don't know how everyone else deals with that. I don't need to be like sold on the item what it is. I think like for stuff, so for me, for stuff that I don't have any damages, I actually just copy paste the title, because there are some people that don't read the titles, so they'll read the description and then my title will be in the description. So that's what I do. But everyone has problems with returns and people not paying attention to pictures, titles, descriptions. So it's a whole nother thing. Not every customer is responsible. The bubble will burst soon. It's pretty. It's I'm not a What's the thing? What do I have to say? I'm not a financial advisor. Because I'm not. It's definitely interesting observing. Your descriptions are very short. Yeah, mine too. Good, great use condition, and no any damage. You know what's even weird? Speaking of this particular concept, or at least it's not really related to AI, but I know someone that makes a bunch of money on eBay, and then they have like the worst pictures, the worst descriptions, but really good items. So I noticed like the better and more niche your items are, the less everything else has to be. And they make a lot of money. they make a lot of money. I'll look at their sales and I'll count it up for a day. It'll be like $2,000 for a day, just like a Wednesday. I'll be like, oh wow. And I mean bad pictures. It makes me cringe. I go like, oh, I was like, just puts a little bit more effort into it. It's so bad. It's so bad. Everything is almost one picture at a bad angle, crumbs near their keyboard because they were probably eating crackers near it. It's that bad. But they make a lot of money, so it's like it's hard to say how much descriptions are worth it. AI, not AI, title, pictures. I just try to do my best. If there's something you need to write for the item, you will. But if you have nothing, use AI. Yeah, like I said, I just do the title. The pictures I have OCD with. Yeah, I don't even like all my pictures. Yeah, I feel you. I always want them to be perfect, but I also have to go at like a pace that's not like a snail. Oh, you personally won't buy anything off someone's bed? Oh yeah, no, oh yeah. Whenever there are like really bad pictures, I'll take a screenshot and send to Netta, and we crack up about it. There was someone that had like, they forgot to crop all their toes and stuff, so it was a little nasty. She got mad at me. I'm like, so I like to do that. I'll be like, check this out. She's like, what is that? I'm like, that's an eBay listing. She's like, that should be banned. Ever heard of the crazy lamp lady? Oh yeah, I generally don't comment on other YouTubers. I feel like that's probably the best overarching goal, even if I like or dislike, different ones. Because you'll eventually get into a like, what do you think about this one? What do you think about this one? What do you think about this one? She's the only person you know of that has success with auctions because she uses social media to the max. Starts every auction at $4. Interesting. I haven't looked into her stuff. I'll put it this way: I'm so busy. Basically, the moment I did my channel, that eats up into time of like looking at other stuff. So like, especially for other like eBay resellers, 10 minutes a week, if that. I'll like peek behind the curtain at other people, but I kind of want to like, I don't want to be like, I kind of want to do my own ideas and do my own path. I don't want to be like influenced by other people. But yeah, I used to watch a bunch of different other people. If that makes sense. But yeah, I haven't looked at her stuff in like 3, 4 years, 5 years. There's a lot of people out there that do like the eBay stuff. There's a lot, so. You don't follow her, just know of her? Yeah, pretty much same. Yeah, I know of her stuff. I mean, she's super successful from what I remember. Way when we were doing like part-time and stuff. And I'm sure a lot of people I used to watch have pivoted. So because I haven't peeked behind the curtain in like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, they could, who knows, they could be doing, like you said, lives and auctions and whatnots, where before they were doing X, Y, and Z when I was watching. One of my influences, without naming specific channels, was a lot of channels stopped doing the what sold videos, and I liked them. And I was like, well, I feel like there's a hole here. Like, I actually just like the basic what sold channel. So then I just started doing it. I was doing what I thought was missing. The stuff that I'm doing is the stuff I would watch, kind of. I used to watch a guy named Rakin Profits. I don't know if I know that one, a long time ago, but I'm not sure if he even makes videos anymore. He's a bit cringe, though. Cringe. Dude, I'm maximum cringe. Oh, you don't like cringe when you watch me? I think that's a wild take. I can be like maximum cringe, man. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of people have different business plans. Yeah, I felt like there was, yeah, there's a lot of cool. You know what? There's like I like board game stuff, and there's a lot of board game content. I used to watch a lot, and a lot of people have pivoted, changed. You know, life changes. It's been many years for them, and then they do different stuff. A lot of them like drop it, they go on to other ventures. There's like another legend that like said that they were stopped doing YouTube just because they got burnt out. You know, 10 plus years, 12 years. I was like, oh man, there's a void there as well. But I can't do a billion things. 60 times 35. Is that 60 times 35? Yeah, 60 times 35. I was correct. There, it was like a hype motivational type of cringe. Like 100 listings, that's rookie numbers. Yeah, I don't, because I don't personally care about it. I don't like. I've had people come in on the channel as drive-bys. I call them people who try to do drive-by insults, right? So they'll like imagine someone going in a car, they stop and they yell at something that you can't even hear because they're in a car, and then they move on, and it's like, okay, cool, you're so mature. So people will do drive-by hate comments, but once in a while, I'll get like comment I can tell that they wanted to do a hate comment, but then they'll be like, oh wow, you actually have a lot of stuff listed, because I'll do a video where it'll be like, oh, I didn't get many sales, and they want to come in and basically tell me like, oh yeah, well, because you don't grind and you don't do enough work on it. You know, they wanted to like lecture me at a basic sense. So I don't talk. I don't want the channel focused on how many listings I have. I do talk about the numbers because people have to talk about the numbers, but like I don't actually like talking about the numbers. I like talking about the things. But I realize a lot of people want to know the numbers for that stuff. So like I committed early on when very early on that I was like, I'm not gonna do stuff like that because I just don't like it. And yeah, but it is fun to see it like creep out where someone's trying to insult me, and then they'll say something. It seems like that I could tell that they wanted to poo poo on me, because there was one time they were like, the comments, it was like a couple years ago, they're like, I wasn't doing good, so I did like a video where I wasn't doing good, and they're like, oh wow, you are like, you have a lot of stuff and you're niche down. Dot dot dot. They wanted to tell me that I was either didn't have enough stuff or that I wasn't niche down. So they were like, well, I don't know, man. Good luck. You only follow and support small channels now. Yeah, I have like, I just don't watch as much YouTube as much anymore. I used to watch like my most watched channel, because it's not related to eBay, was professional Warcraft 3 matches. It's very niche thing, like high level players playing Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne tournaments for like $10,000. That's the that's fun to watch. I haven't watched in a while though, because they do take time. You know, sometimes the matches are 30 or 45 minutes long, so I just don't have the time right now because of reading, which is good. This was 75 by 42. Yeah. No, it was not. 60. Oh yeah, 60 by 35. Let me do this one listing real quick. I haven't done much today. 6, which is not a big deal. 6, 2013 Games Workshop, oval basis, 60 millimeters times 35. Give me a couple minutes. I have to be right back, guys. Give me a couple minutes. I'm back. You love cartoons still? I haven't watched cartoons in a long time. Plus, a lot of people are into animes. I know those are super popular right now. Also, another thing that takes a bunch of time. It's not a cartoon, but you're watching Starfleet. It's puppets and models, kind of like Thunderbirds. Oh, that's cool. Like Ninja Turtles. Yeah, that's where you got your pizza rat from. I always thought of Ninja Turtles when I thought of that. For Splinter. A lot of the cartoons, I think if they have VHSs, depending on which ones you guys watch, they're like kind of cheap. Go ahead and grab them on eBay or something. Did you guys see like there was like a news story where there was like a local channel, like a PBS channel, where like they just lost like 50 terabytes of like old shows and stuff, and it wasn't like the biggest channel, because it was like a local one or something. And I was like, I'm like, oh man, we're losing stuff. We're just losing everything. Pick up the physical stuff quick. I think they forgot to do backups or something. I forget. Yeah, I think that was the case. There was also like miscommunication, and then there was like a contract that was like ending in a certain number of days. I didn't go like too deep in the article about it, but I was like, oh no, we're losing the stuff now. Yeah, you still have the DVDs. DVDs are pretty good too. Do you care about like Blu-rays and stuff and like 4K? Because like I feel like DVDs were just fine. I was talking with Anetta the other day. I'm like, was it really that much better, the like Blu-rays and stuff? Because I always just like the DVDs. Oh, I had a brother that had a it's kind of like a sad story, but at least it was just this. They had like a fire that took out their whole DVD collection. They obviously stopped collecting after that, and they all lived. So, but yeah, that was that. My brother was huge into collecting DVDs at the time. Insurance didn't cover it. That's just how it goes. The rich people in charge don't care about preservation. Yeah, it was a sad story. Oh, let's see. Yeah, the things are replaceable. People are not. Yeah. So that was like the least scary part of it. It's an old story, but yeah. Uh, 60 by 35. Man, I've been wanting a lot of water. It's really healthy for me, but I've just been... I think I had too much like coffee and caffeine earlier in the week and stuff, and like I'm like a fish now. Need some water. Why is my picture coming out? Oh yeah, that's right. It's gonna be A10. I can do this for like $1 or $2 a piece. There's 6 of them. You gotta drink more water. You're so bad at it. I'm pretty good, except for I picked up I got I'm like a rat. I like sugar, right? It's kind of like where I like rats. That's where I relate. But a lot of candy bars and stuff got really expensive in the past few years. So I used to get like Reese's sticks or like some peanut butter M&Ms. But the price of those used to be like 69, 70, 80 cents, $1. But then it kept climbing to where it's like $4 or $5 now, and I just stopped. And then it kind of got switched over into pop because I can still get pop for like $1 from like a fountain machine, and save a lot of money that way, and still do my bad sugar habit. So I kind of transferred over to that, but I'm trying to like cut that now with a combination of coffee to take over the caffeine, so I don't get caffeine headaches, and then going back to water. So kind of like going back to a bunch of water again. A lot of like my local gas station people, they save up like boxes for me a lot, but I'm not going there as much because then I get tempted to get more like soda pop and stuff, and that's just not healthy for me long term. So I have to I'm like, sorry guys, I'm just like try not to get as much soda pop. You're a soda addict. You're even worse because you drink zero sugar. Are those worse? We started picking those up. Are those actually worse? Let's see. I have to actually organize a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. It might be like too noisy. I'll grab some of the big ones. Oh yeah, I'll do these. Cause these, someone did like, you have no idea. Okay. I was like, cool. I assume they're probably worse, you know, like they don't have to tell you whatever on the labels. I don't believe them anyways. All right. So we got these cool, there was a Games Workshop, but someone put like acrylic designs as like the basing material. Cool stuff. Cool everything. I'm just going to sell it as a set. Oh, I think I told this story one time, so I'm sorry if you happen to be there 6 months ago when I talked about it. But I was like, there was like a year where I was doing Monster Energy. Jason heard this one, so I'm sorry. Monster Energy, and then I was doing like one every couple of days, and I went to 1 a day, and then I got to 2 a day. And then there was a day I drank 3 in a day, and I was like, I need to stop this. So that week I went cold turkey, and I didn't sleep that night. I was laying there like in like a fetal shaking position, and I was like, I need to rough through this because like holy crap, I literally felt as if and I've never done like drugs or anything, so like I was like, what the, that was painful. I was so restless the next day, but after I got past it, I just never drank another one again. I was like, I'm glad I stopped that because that was awful. I can still remember the pain of just literally just like shivering on a couch, not being able to go to sleep. I'm sure we're going to find out it's like the worst thing ever 5 years from now. I think it's illegal in Canada. I think we talked about it before. Or maybe in Spain. I forgot who said it was illegal. Someone from Not America said something last time. Or maybe both places. Some say zero sugar similar to a glass of water. I just like... I don't know if I believe it. I don't know if I believe it. You occasionally have A&W root beer, no caffeine. Yeah, root beer is pretty good. I do like root beer because of no caffeine. I always love root beer. I would pick any kind of root beer over not root beer. My gas station doesn't have root beer for the fountain. I've asked them. It annoys me because then I would deal with the caffeine issue of having too much. Caffeine doesn't really affect you. It definitely affects me. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. You don't believe it either. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, it's... I just assume, man, that, like... It doesn't seem like a pop product should be healthy for me, so I just assume it's not. For acrylic. Miniature bases. Oh, she forces you to drink water. It's so... I like water. Oh, Dr. Pepper is good. Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is just like occasionally I'll like it. Yeah, that's what I get. I get cream Dr. Pepper from the fountain because like the regular like basically like the It tastes more like regular Dr. Pepper in my specific gas station than the regular one. The regular one feels like diluted or something, so I get the cream Dr. Pepper. See, I like water, so it was just happened to be like the pop was more of the sugar fix for me because candy bars and stuff were getting way too expensive, unsustainable. Like I can't be like chowing down on that and doing like eBay and stuff and be like really irresponsible. In high school, I used to buy the Big Slam Mountain Dew every day. It's all good. Yeah, we all have our vices. Yeah, mine's definitely sugar. That's my vice. I was always a good boy. Didn't really do anything to do anything dramatic. No drugs. Barely drank alcohol. Oh, I can't even take a sip of alcohol now. It feels like someone hit my head with a bat. It could be the lightest thing ever. I don't know why. Maybe I'm like allergic to it or something. It's really weird. Like I feel ill. Little sip. I could do like this much. And I'm not talking like, oh, I didn't remember how much I drank. It's like, no, I can't do anything. Yeah, I don't judge people for doing this stuff either. Just, I mean, a lot of people don't eat as much sugar as me, and the sugar's pretty detrimental too. You know, it's really, really bad at the amount I have. Let's see. This one is 90? Is this one 90? It looks like, no, it's 100. Yeah, this one's 100. Okay. Let me write that down. Oh, plus I can't imagine. It's probably like super expensive. I haven't even looked at the prices of like alcohol and, you know, other stuff. Is probably like super expensive now. Yeah, booze makes you feel like crap, so you don't use it. Yeah. You just crave the fizz. Oh, cereal? Yeah, cereal is great. Granola. Oh, I like boring cereal, I feel like, compared to other people. Give me some granola, any kind. Put some, like, yogurt in it. And feed Grandpappy Ross. I like all cereal almost. Oh, we got onto oat milk. Haven't had like regular milk in so long, where the regular milk just makes me also feel ill now. Oat milk, almond milk, but we like oat milk more. Yeah, because like dairy started not like agreeing with my stomach or something recently. So cheese is even rough for me. Like we'll get pizza and the next day I like regret it. Like I'll just feel like just like groggy and, you know, like a slug. A lot of people don't sit as much as you do. I sit a bunch. Probably the most in my life now that I'm just sitting at the chair here listing pictures. At least I still get the physical exercise when I'm like going through the storage units, standing and like lifting up these heavy boxes. I'm getting some exercise. You don't do drugs, but your pizza dealer is going on vacation for a week, so he gave you a free pizza today to freeze while he's away. You love oat milk? Yeah, it's good. You have to get used to it, the oat milk. Like, I thought that would be bad. Annetta kept getting it, so it was around, so I kept having it. I was like, oh, this is good. Yeah, I've been eating a bunch of granola recently. We have the Aldi's here, and I know not everyone has Aldi grocery store, and they have a lot of good like generic cereal. I was talking to Netta the other day. I was like, I kind of think the generic here is kind of good because all the other brands have kind of like gotten worse. to like cut costs, cut ingredients and stuff, and just like I'm like I actually like the generic, shredded wheats from Aldi and the generic Captain Crunch from Aldi better than the actual branded ones, which are more expensive now. Or I'm used to it, so like I know sometimes you have a bunch of something, you just get used to it, so it's hard to tell what it is. Oh, that's cool. Groceries there are pretty cheap because of the Amish, and they farm a lot of vegetables. Oh, it's probably so good. Enjoy it. And we're lucky they have the Aldi because everyone doesn't have that. But they don't even have everything. You bought a small box of cereal the other day for the first time in years. Yes, join us. Cereal's the best. I don't know if it's the healthiest, but I'll get some of the, like the boring stuff. So I'll get like the Raisin Bran stuff with the kind of like all the oats and stuff. Sometimes I'll get the sugar ones, but if I like something and then there's less sugar in it, I will take the option if I like it. I try to like do less sugar. That's the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Oh, you ate it in a day? Yeah, I can't get the Cinnamon Toast Crunch because like you, I would just destroy it and it'd be like unhealthy. One bowl turns into one box. Oh, what's the back of the box? Oh, I had 600% sugar serving for a day. Oh, that's nice. Oh, 2,500 calories. Oh, that's nice. You're like, should I go to the doctor right now? Cocoa Pebbles. I like most of them. I like most of the cereal. Yeah, Reese Puffs are good. I don't know if they have the generic ones at Aldi anymore. I know they cut some of their stuff, but yeah. Oh, Annetta loves Frosted Flakes. Generic or regular. She likes Fruity Pebbles, I think. She doesn't like the oat stuff that I like. Like the Raisin Bran and like Honey Oats and stuff like all those ones I like. You can't buy Reese Puffs. That's eat your whole box. You're over. You're done. You're out. Oh, I got defeated today by Aldi, the grocery store, because I went to get some quick stuff like eggs, croissants, and different cheeses for Annetta's like sandwich that she wanted. And then they had cheap. They now produce their own gummy sharks and gummy worms. And normally their bags of like candy is like $4 or $5, and it's too much. I just don't like spending that much. But they did their own kind for $1.50, so I got the blue sharks. It was not a healthy choice. And then I was like, why didn't you give me a bag? I was like, I don't know, I'll get you some next time. My bad. I thought I would have some, but I ate them all when I got home. I was like, you're going to eat the healthy stuff, like the sandwich stuff. So I felt bad. Should probably get some tomorrow. Oh, you have a Hershey's, like, little factory 25 minutes from your house? Ooh. That seems dangerous. Dangerous for the wallet and health. Are these? Yeah, these are Games Workshop. This is going to be B8. Number 11. Put that down. Did I do that right? It's 4 acrylic miniature bases, 200. Okay, I did that right. That's too close. Yeah, that is too close. Yeah, I'm definitely, if it's out of sight, it's out of mind for me, for sure. I'm like that too. I was lucky that my parents did not have a lot of chips and pop around us when growing up, so I just didn't eat it because it wasn't there. I have to write this down. The whole town smells like chocolate. Man, that is tempting. I'm sure you get used to it. Gotta head out. Yeah, thanks for the cards. I appreciate it. You shouldn't have lowered the shipping for yourself. They're gonna go into my collection when I get them. And good luck to your sales. I'm still around for a little bit, or I don't know. I have the energy. I don't know how long. I know streaming gets like wonky at like 8 hours. I haven't been that. Okay, it's only been 3 hours. I had no idea. I hadn't checked the time in a while. Just been listening and chit chatting. Yeah, I might still be around even though you guys won't be here. I'll just be like talking to myself. Yeah, we'll see how long I stay. But good luck to both of you guys. Thank you. Okay. You might see me later. Yeah, maybe. If you're already... we'll see if I'm going to be here. If it's like silent for like an hour or two, I usually like dip out then. Because then I just sound like a crazy person. Like, oh, you know, I'm doing this little 5mm bass here. But I do want to get this done, so I might as well just keep it going until my brain melts. These are from 2016. Three, four, five. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Do I already have a listing for these? 2016. All right. Bag of 12. There's 14 of these. Of this baggie. No, that's the that's the wrong title. That's the wrong title. It could be $28 for these ones. All right, A12. A12 for this one. All right, what's next? Should I start doing some of my like non-games workshop? I'll do this one just because I keep staring at it. It's just a bunch of Warlord Games bases. Bolt action. I think this is bolt action. Bolt action. Let me look this up real quick. Warlord Games Bolt. Oh, not on Google. Wait, these are 25 millimeter, right? Sorry, I was like deep in thought there. 25, yeah, okay. So how much? Because like there's different pack sizes for these. Excuse me. 10 bolt action. 25 millimeter miniature bases. Alright, so these ones should be good. This can go in a different bag, I think. So B8. A13. I guess there's a lot in there. Let's see, A13. Sorry, I have a lot of stuff like packed over here. Oh no, I messed that up. right, what's... I have to organize more of these? Yeah, I should organize more of these. The ones that the person keeps buying. So this baggie can go over here. Got that there. God's there, 2013. I'm just going through these. Got that one. Oh, hello. I thought I already gave you dinner. I guess it is later. Can you give me a second? Then I'll get you dinner? Yeah. Hello. Hello. Or did you want to hang out in my lap? It stinks because I have to organize this stuff in my lap. I don't have the space for you right now. I'm sorry. Oh, you wanted to go on the lap? I knew you did, but I had to organize this stuff. Hello? Do you want dinner or pets? I don't know. I can't tell. Okay. Pets it is. Hello? I know. Hello? Squeaky. Oh, watch out. Excuse me. Oh, these are... Oh, I could probably do a listing for these ones right now. Do I have enough for these? 2012... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 seems like a good number. 2012. One, two, three, 4. Alright, so these are going to be... Are they the 50 millimeters ones? Yeah, this one is 50 millimeters. So, did I list these yet? That's a bag of 5 of them. And this is going to be 10. "10 2012 Games Workshop 50 millimeter round bases." So we got those. That bag's like bursting. Do I need to make another bag? But I don't know if I have space in this bin to put another bag. Alright, got that. Alright. This will be a 14. Got those. So I think I need to figure out a different bag. So I should move on to B's. Yeah, I'll move on to B's. Ooh, we got a sale? Did we get a sale? Oh, offer. I don't know if it's good. I'll add another into that one. All right. 2021. Oh, what size are these? 40. All right. Got that one going. Right there. This is going to be B1. We're whittling this box down. We're whittling this box down. Where's my Sharpie? Oh, I forgot to talk about it. I had got the Diablo 2 RPG stuff. That was cool stuff. No one's here to chit chat about it right now. B1 later. Move that over there. That one. There's so many non-Games Workshop. I have to do those later because I have less of them, and I think they sell for less. So, just like pulling out one at a time. Not the best way to do this. head out soon because I don't think this is the most entertaining. Me just going through some stuff. So I appreciate everyone watching today. Yeah, I'm probably gonna head out. Because all I'm going to be doing for the next few hours is just organizing these miniature bases and trying to really... I don't think I'll be able to finish up the task, but I'm going to get a day closer. All right. Peace out, everyone.